Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to Game Night in the Region. It's built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network. We're streaming worldwide on the internet at facebook.com/Region Sports, RSN YouTube, regionsports.com, and ihsaatv.org. We come to you tonight from Wheatfield on the campus of Kankakee Valley High School as Von Tobel presents the Hobart Brickies taking on the Kankakee Valley Kougars. I'm Mike Zajac. I'll have the play-by-play for tonight's game, and joining me with the color, Hobart's very own Josh Huddleston. Josh, good evening.
It is beautiful football weather tonight. Got sweatshirts on in the stands, that cool breeze. We're in for a real treat tonight.
Yeah, perfect night for football. It rained throughout the day, throughout the region, but it has cleared up. No rain looking like in the forecast. We'll get to that pretty soon, but hey, Hobart Brickies 2-1 on the year. Their head coach is Craig Osika, 47-18 in his sixth year. They got the big win over Munster, 49-21 last week.
Yeah, they came out and they the question mark for the Brickies was, are they able to stop the run? They came out and they proved that they were able to do so, and they're going to be put to the test tonight to be able to stop Kankakee Valley's lethal rushing attack.
KV is 1-2 on the year. Got their win against Wheeler in week 2. And the loss last week on the road at Andrean 24-8. But that running game is what's going to keep them in the game tonight, hopefully for the Kougars as they look to go up against the Brickies. We'll get you the starting lineups and talk about the weather and get you set for this one. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, presented by Von Tobel. Build better together. We'll be back.
Are you a builder, remodeler, or homeowner? If so, you need quality materials at the right price. Whether you're just getting started or a seasoned pro, Von Tobel's friendly and knowledgeable staff can help. And since we're 100% employee-owned, every time you come in, you're dealing with an owner. We have a great selection for kitchen, bath, flooring, decking, and more. Plus, we offer free design consults to help you with your next project. Scan or visit vontobels.com today to book your free consultation. Von Tobel, building better together.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
With the playing of our national anthem.
Quintel Incorporated is a family-owned and operated company located in Northwest Indiana that specializes in the reconditioning, repair, and remanufacturing of heat exchangers. Since 1994, Quintel has been handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country. Equipped with the most modern technology and advanced tools, Quintel provides top-notch service. When you trust Quintel for all your needs, you'll get peace of mind and a finished job that exceeds your expectations. For more info about Quintel and the services they provide, visit quintel-inc.com.
When life takes you places and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strack and Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use, and it can save you time and money. Once your order is in, our own Strack and Van Til team preps your order with care. For delivery or pickup, enjoy the convenience of letting our to-go team shop for you. Enjoy your special moments. Sign up online today at shop.strackandvantil.com.
Welcome back as Von Tobel presents Game Night in the Region right here on the Region Sports Network, your local building material supplier and design center. Visit vontobel.com to find out more. The Friday night forecast is brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. Tonight's forecast is 63 degrees, mostly cloudy. We'll get down to about 61 tonight. So, like I said, we did have the rain throughout the day, but a nice night for football. That's the game night forecast brought to you by Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. You can visit them on the web at forajobdoneright.com. It's time for tonight's starting lineup, sponsored by Gladish Law Group. Gladish Law Group, they're here to help action, not words. Let's start with the Hobart Brickie offense. Quarterback is Johnny Sorensen. The running back behind him is Willie Shear. Wide receivers TJ Caldwell, Aiden Leonard. The fullback is Mason Jackson. Zach Bloom, the other wide receiver on the opposite side. Starting lineup for the offensive line for the Brickies, left to right. Patrick O'Connor, Josh Diaz, Aiden Olage, Lake Juris, and Jackson Ray, the right tackle. For the KV Kougars on the defensive side, left to right on the defensive end, Eli Deerdorf, Logan Burke in the middle, Gavin Renfro, Gabe Kistler. Linebackers, Jaden Anderson, Graylee Weaver, Ed Ritchie, Marco Castro, Lane Zander, Adrian Ukman are the corners, and the safety Nolan Kustra to round up the lineups. As we look onto the field, the Hobart Brickies have won the toss. They will choose to receive and start things off here in this game. So Hobart got one on offense. They bring out number 7 in the region in quarterback passing yards, Johnny Sorensen, and then the number 1 receiver, TJ Caldwell.
Yeah, you know what? Hobart's really firing on offense. Last week they had a kind of an offensive outburst, both through the air and on the ground, and it was pretty impressive. They were, pretty much whatever they wanted to do last week, they were able to do it. Willie Shear with 4 touchdowns, 1 through the air, 3 on the ground. And they just look like they are finally starting to click. Johnny Sorensen coming over from Lake Central, just kind of meshing with those players and trying to see where he fits in. And it looks like early on in the season they got things firing.
That was the starting lineups for tonight's matchup, brought to you by our friends at Gladish Law Group. Continues to be recognized by U.S. News and World Report as a top law firm. Visit dgladishlaw.com for more information. This is a Quintel kickoff. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, specializing in the reconditioning, repair, and remanufacturing of heat exchangers. And I believe to receive the kickoff for the Brickies is going to be Willie Shear back there.
Yeah, if I'm Hobart tonight, I'm going to come out and I'd like to see them establish a little bit of their aerial attack. If I'm KV, I'm going to want to play the game slow, utilize the running game, play Kirk Kennedy football where he eats the clock, plays good defense, eats the clock. So it's going to be kind of a matchup of Hobart likes to run the spread, fast pace, calling plays at the line, moving the ball. So it'll be interesting to see the little cat and mouse game, or the game within the game, for tonight's matchup.
Alexander Sayers to kick it off for the Kougars. And the kick is away. It's a short one. Taken by the up man around the 15-yard line, right up the hole, and it's a big one. He's going to cross midfield, and he may go. He's got to run the guys at the 20, the 15, the 10. He's near the end zone. Do they give it to him? No, he's going to be short at the 2, possibly the 3-yard line. What a return for the Brickies and a start in the red zone.
Hey, if you're Coach Craig Osika, you can't draw it up any better than that. The KV tries to kick it to the short man, the up back, and he goes into full sprint mode and hit that seam, and off to the races he went.
So a big return for the Brickies. That's where their offense will get started here. And not the way KV wanted to start this one off.
We're going to have to talk to the Hobart faithful. Those jerseys are hard to read from up here.
Yep. I know you and I called this game last year at KV. It was a Hobart blowout, and it's not a good start again for the Kougars. Sorensen hands it off. Shear up the middle, and he is in. One play, one touchdown for the Brickies as they take the early lead.
Yeah, just straight power football. That's a hard play to defend on the 3-yard line. If you're Kankakee Valley, you come out, you got Pop Warner night here, amped up crowd, and then Hobart takes the wind right out of your sail by running the kickoff down to the 3-yard line, and then Willie Shear punches it in. So that's a tough start for KV, but it happened early, and we'll see how they're able to respond.
Out for the extra point. And Xander Lankford, the kick is up, and it is good. The Brickies early on, 7-0 lead. Just 18 seconds into the game, and they lead it over the Kougars. You are watching Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals, and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
Welcome back as Von Tobel presents Game Night in the region right here on the Region Sports Network. Building better together. 18 seconds into the game, the Brickies lead it 7-0 over the Kankakee Valley Kougars. And now the Kougars' turn to go on the offensive side of the ball. As Lankford will kick things away. .11:42 left to play in the first. Boot is away. It's around the 5. Coming out to here, and a big hole, and this one may go the distance. Crosses midfield across the 30. He's going to go all the way. 10-5, a touchdown. What a start to this game. 2 big kickoff returns, and that time for KV. They take it into the end zone.
I tell you what, he started on the far side of the field. He started coming this way, and that hole opened up. It parted like the Red Sea. He hit it with a full head of steam, and I can tell you what, he can boogie because he went right down the sideline and outran the angle of pursuit. The kicker had on him, and KV answers right back.
That was a Quintel kickoff. The kickoff and all kickoffs presented by Quintel Incorporated, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994. Alexander Sayers for the extra point. Snap down, kick up on its way, and we are tied. 32 seconds into this one, it's 7-7. Brickies in KV. Should be a good one. You're watching Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Growing up in Northwest Indiana, I am proud that my family's been doing business here for nearly 100 years, which started with my grandfather, John Gladish. Over my career, I've witnessed families being torn apart by the negligence of others, and everything from unguarded openings at construction sites to reckless driving on our roads. Our experienced attorneys, paralegals, and staff know that insurance companies and their lawyers will go to great lengths to avoid paying compensation. Do not waste your one and only opportunity to seek fair compensation for your loss. Give the Gladish Law Group a call and put our team to work for you.
Welcome back as Von Tobel presents Game Night in the region right here on the Region Sports Network, your local building material supplier and design center. Visit VonTobel.com to find out more. Lane Zander taking it 95 yards on the kickoff return and ties this thing up 7-7, 32 seconds into the game. And this one taken by Shear from around the 10, and it's another big return. Breaking tackles left and right across midfield, and that's where Willie Shear will go out of bounds right at the 50-yard line.
I want to say the special teams coach is going to pull his hair out, but you give up a big kickoff, and then you return a big kickoff, and then you give up another big kickoff, so you're kind of happy and sad all at the same time.
It all evens out. So now we'll see some offense from the Brickies. We talked about Sorensen. He transferred from Lake Central. We got TJ Caldwell transfer from Calumet. Caldwell, the number one receiver in the region in receiving yards. This is a handoff to Shear. Almost lost it, but he keeps it and picks up about 8 or 9 on the play. It'll be second and short.
Yeah, Willie Shear kind of does it all for Hobart. He plays defense, safety, he plays tailback, returns kicks, and he looks like early on he's going to get the his fair share of the workload tonight.
2nd and 2 from the 42. Caldwell in motion far side, 2 wide to the right. Sorensen being chased around. Now he's got to step up, breaking one tackle, can't get away from another, and taken down behind the line is number 52, Logan Burke.
Yeah, we kind of call those coverage sacks. The secondary for KV read what Hobart's trying to do. They sent Caldwell in motion. They tried to drag the 2 defenders and hit the wheel route in behind them, but they covered it well, and Sorensen had nowhere to go with the ball, and KV's defense was able to get home.
3rd and 5. Sorensen being chased again, and he goes down again. I think it was Burke again, possibly. No, actually, that was Eli Deerdorf coming around the edge. And punt time for the Brickies. It looked like the offensive line got slow to get moving there.
Yeah, it looked like they had a screen pass set up, but Sorensen was rolling out to the right to throw a screen back, but they blitzed in off the edge there. And Sorensen had, by the time he caught the snap, KV was in the backfield. So great play design for Cougars defense there.
4th and 18. And a flag is thrown. Let's see what it is. Referees 1 point to the KV side. Yep. Offsides on Kankakee Valley.
If you're a special teams coach, you might not even want to kick it. You know, the returns have been kind of crazy.
Lane Zander and Adrian Ukman is back to return the punt. Langford is the punter. And the kick is away. It's a high kick. They tell him to get away. takes a Hobart bounce and stopped at the 20-yard line is where the Cougars offense will come out onto the field, and they are led by their quarterback, Diego Arroyo. Arroyo, 24 of 47 on the year, 235 yards passing, 3 touchdowns with 4 interceptions, but it's the Marco Castro show on the offensive side of the ball. He's got 376 rushing yards, averaging 125 a game and 4 touchdowns on the season.
Yeah, they're going to turn around and hand it off to him. These teams, high school teams, are going kind of the spread, but they just dress up power football in a different way. They still get the fullback to the point of contact and still like to pound the football.
Arroyo gives this one to Castro, and Castro is wrapped up after he picks up 1 or 2 on the play. And that Bricky defense is a little bit different than what they faced against Andrean last week.
Yeah, kudos to Bradley Gibson right there. He saw the hole open up, and you're taught as a linebacker, if that window opens, shoot the gap, and he shot the gap and made a great tackle.
Gibson, one of the top linebackers in the region. You'll hear his name a lot tonight on the defensive side of the ball. Shotgun and a snap, but nobody was paying attention. Miscommunication. What's the call here? Was it a...
I think he just snapped it before the quarterback was prepared. I think if Coach Kennedy and Coach Osika walked out to the 50-yard line, they might agree to start this game over. It's kind of been a sloppy start here. I don't know if it's the long bus ride, but it's we've had long kickoff returns, we've had sacks, we've had bad snaps here on KV, so I think they would agree to restart.
Well, I thought a Bricky fell on the ball, but I must be wrong because KV's still got the ball. It's 3rd and 17 from their own 13-yard line. They're just going to hand this one off to Castro, and he's only going to pick up about 1 yard or 2. That brings up 4th down, and they'll punt it away. Not a good start for the Cougar offense.
No, I mean, they came out, they rode the wave. They had a kick. They responded after the Hobart touchdown, and then they had a touchdown of their own, and then they stopped Hobart 3 and out, put them back, and had a chance on offense. But an unfortunate snap, and now they're punting, and Hobart appears to have the ball in really good field position.
The punt is away. Diego Arroyo also the punter. This is Zach Bloom taking it for the Brickies and not getting much, but he will set up good field possession for the Brickies at the 45-yard line of Kankakee Valley. Langle's Pizza has been a favorite spot since 1979. Enjoy pizza, sandwiches, and more. Dine in or carry out. Langle's serve Northwest Indiana from 3 locations, Highland, Cherville, and Crown Point. You can order online at langlespizza.com. Langle's Pizza, the official pizza of Region Sports Network.
Langle's Pizza sounds really good right about now.
Sure does. I'm sure they're having some back at the studio. There's a handoff to Shear, breaking away from one tackle, bouncing over defenders, and there he goes, right up the middle. Willie Shear into the end zone for a touchdown. 45 yards, one play on that drive, and the Brickies go back up on top.
I'll tell you what a patient run by Willie Shear. He hit the hole, he did a sidestep, and then I'll tell you what, he can move. He put that into that 4th gear, 0 to 60, pretty quick. He was just motoring as soon as he took off, and I tell you what, I don't think the DBs realized how quick he got on them with that speed.
Second touchdown for Willie Shear. He's now at 6 on the season. Langford in for the extra point. Snap down, kick up on its way. It is good. It is 14-7. Brickies on top of the Cougars. You're watching Game Night, built by Von Tobel, right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Since 2000, Hose Connections in Hammond has been a premier leader in the hydraulics industry. Hose Connections is a one-stop shop offering quality hydraulic and pneumatic products and services. Hose Connections takes pride in not only meeting but exceeding customers' expectations. To learn all about the products and services that Hose Connections offers, visit hoseconnectionsinc.com or call 219-844-6570. Hose Connections in Hammond. Proven under pressure.
Have you checked out Centier Bank's student checking account? This no-fee checking account is perfect for students and teens ages 14 to 24 and comes with all the features you need to succeed, such as a debit card, digital banking, and automatic deposit. Centier Bank can help you start establishing good spending habits today for your better tomorrow. For more information, visit Centier.com/student-checking or visit your local branch. If you are under the age of 18, your parent or guardian must also sign on the Centier student checking account. At the age of 25, your account will automatically convert to the Centier checking account. You must deposit $25 to open this account. This account is not eligible for overdraft advantage. Member FDIC.
You're watching RSN Game Night presented by Von Tobel. With locations in Valpo, Cherville, and Michigan City. Check out VonTobel.com to find out more. Willie Shear, 45-yard touchdown score. Puts the Brickies back on top, 14-7, 6:59 to play here in the first quarter. A little pooch kick is going to stay inbounds. Loose ball, it's picked up by KB. They may take it the distance, and they do. Touchdown again on a kickoff return, and it's Lane Zander again for his second return of the night.
I'll tell you what, they tried a pooch kick. It bounced in bounds, which is really good for Hobart. They come down thinking they're going to get it. It bounces up. Lane Zander picks it up, and he can fly. He was down the sidelines. The kicker had no idea what was going on. It was insane.
Josh is getting excited here, as you could tell as he's coughing up there. He's all right.
I don't think I've ever seen him play like that in football. That was pretty. That was a pretty interesting play there.
That's a far side of the field for us to see, and Zander, ball Johnny on the spot there with picking up the ball, taking it the distance. We are tied up at 14 with 6:49 to play just in the first quarter. You're watching Game Night presented by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. You're watching RSN Game Night presented by Von Tobel, building better together. It is Lane Zander with his second kickoff return of the night. He goes 75 yards on that one to take it the distance, and we are tied up at 14 as the Quintel kickoff, and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994. As Willie Shear taking the kickoff there, gets to the 20-yard line. Nothing doing for the Brickies as the offense heads back out. They went 50 yards on the last drive. Willie Shear taking it 45 yards for the score. An easy run for Willie Shear. He's looking like a big night for him already with 2 rushing touchdowns with 6:45 to play in the first quarter.
We got 4 touchdowns, and we're not even 6 minutes into this game. This has got to be one of the oddest starts to a high school football game that I have ever experienced.
Sorensen out of the pistol. Here comes the rush. He's going deep, looking for a man. It's Caldwell, and it's incomplete. Had one-on-one on the far side, just overthrew him. Second down.
Yeah, that was a straight go route. That was a one-man route, basically. Johnny kind of had picked that spot before the snap, and I think if he puts a little more air under it, Caldwell can run underneath it and catch it, because Caldwell himself is a track star. He can fly. He can run with the best of them.
Yeah, you saw Caldwell a little not happy with the passes. There was a penalty looking like it's on the Brickies.
Penalty flag is a personal foul penalty against the Brickies.
There's a personal foul. Not sure who it was.
And on the far side, there was a little looked like a little extracurricular activity at the end of the play.
Second down, and now 20 as they hand it off. Shear, big hole again, trying to get to the outside. He can't. Taken down by Adrian Uckman, just shy of the 20-yard line. Third and long for the Brickies.
Shear was the ball carrier that time for the Brickies. The ball will be 15. Will be the third down for the Brickies.
Third and 16 from the 16-yard line. 6:10 to play in the first. 3 wide, is it? Caldwell in motion, going to the left side. Sorensen looking, but he's getting taken down in the backfield around the 2-yard line. The Cougars bringing the house. The Brickies could not hold them. 4th and long. They'll have to punt it away out of their own end zone.
Kirk Kennedy, kind of his defensive approach is either he's going to play man or play cover 2. It looks like they've decided to play man and just bring the house, and the pressure is getting home. The Brickies are going to have to figure out a way to slow down this KV pressure that they're pinning their ears back and coming. And now Hobart's punting from their basically their 3-yard line. This is a tough situation to be in for any high school team. But Hobart has a long snapper, Luke Granzo, committed to go to the University of Air Force, so he'll go serve our country and play Division I football.
Langford in the back of the end zone. And there is a flag. Oh, there's a whistle. I don't see a flag, though. It's a penalty on delay of game on the Brickies. Backs them up just a tad. Just past the 1-yard line. Cougars, 4 down linemen. See if they bring them. They all come. They didn't go for the block. It's a good one. Out near the 45, but takes a big Cougar bounce. And the Cougars are going to get the ball at the Bricky 39-yard line. So a good start here on this possession for Arroyo and company. And see what Kirk Kennedy has up his sleeve. And you mentioned Kennedy coming over here last year in his first year. Was 4-6 last year. Definitely looking to get things going here down in KV. Of course, we all know about his record at Lowell, winning state championship in 2005. A couple semi-states in there as well. So he is the right man for the job for the Cougars. And a timeout taken, it looks like, by the Brickies. All kinds of confusion. You already had a delay of game, a personal foul, and now Josh taking a timeout.
Yeah, you know what? I'll tell you, it's not fun to ride the bus. And those long bus rides, probably about an hour on the bus, for high school kids, it's a challenge to get off and get things going and get things moving. And, so it looks like Hobart maybe this is probably a good timeout here. In basketball, when the other team is kind of playing well, you call a timeout, slow things down a little bit, regroup, and collect your thoughts and try to put out some fires, if you will. So good timeout by Hobart. Looked like they had a little confusion, but This is a critical possession for KV. They got the ball in great territory, in great position, in Hobart territory, and their rushing attack, they got to get that going.
Yeah, nothing going in their first drive. You mentioned the bus ride down. That's got big advantage for KV when they're at home. You know, all these teams coming up from the north, making that long drive out here, it definitely will take a toll on some of these kids. You go to class all day, and then you got to hop on a bus, drive an hour, and then you got to get ready for a football game.
Yeah, you got to eat different.
Mentally,
your pregame meal and so on and so forth. Things are a little different. You got to be at the school earlier.
It's a handoff, and it's taken there by Castro, and Castro has a nice push from his O-line. He gets it out to the 32. It's a gain of 6.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Castro's a tough back. We got to call the game last year, and they turned around and handed the ball, and he got 70 yards in last year's game, but every yard of that 70-yard was earned. And it's going to be tough sledding for him tonight, but he gets in behind his lineman. He keeps those feet driving, a typical Kirk Kennedy running back.
Look at you doing your homework from last year's game. We did.
Just memorized it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. 2nd and 3. Castro again cuts back upfield, and the ball came out. Hobart said they have it. Let's wait and see what the referee says. Hobart still saying they have it, and they do. So Castro turns it over. Looks like he dove forward. One of the Brickies knocked it out. Not sure who it was. It looks like number 55, Andrew Martinez, who might have came away with that one.
I'm going to say it one more time. This has been the craziest start to a high school football game that I can remember. Been a part of a lot of high school games, called a lot of high school football games, but this one is unique and different, and it's been an interesting game, and we're only not even 8 minutes into the first quarter.
14-14 to score. Sorensen and company back out on top, and it's Shearer taking it, crossing the 35 to the 36-yard line. Pickup of 6.
I think that's Max Pickett in there at running back right now. It's hard to see the numbers, but Willie Shearer on the last drive, when he got tackled on the far side, he came off the sideline, and I didn't see him on defense, and Max Pickett is in there at tailback right now.
It's a handoff to Pickett again, and right where he left off, he's got the first down out to the 45-yard line. So they haven't missed a beat without Shearer out there. It's Max Pickett, number 6, the sophomore running back.
A little game within the game. Max Pickett, son of Mike Pickett, who was coached by Kennedy down there in Lowell, great running back. And Pickett's getting some action here against his dad's former head coach.
1st and 10 from the 45. Too wide to the left for Sorensen. It's another handoff to Pickett. Pickett getting through his blocks. He's across midfield out to the 47-yard line. And the running game working here early on for the Brickies.
I don't see a need to change it if I'm Hobart. They're getting pressure, but they're getting pressure on the outside, and Pickett's just knifing his way through the KV defense. If I'm Hobart, I'm just going to continue to turn around and hand the ball off.
Yeah, that Bricky offensive line much bigger than the defensive line of KV. So the advantage there. 3 wide here again for the Brickies on 2nd and short. Sorensen back to pass. Here comes the rush. Rolling to his right, throwing. The catch is made. This is Caldwell with a nice move. He's got the first down out across the 30 to the 29-yard line for the leading receiver in the region.
Yeah, that was a broken play. They went to the pass. KV got pressure off the sides. Sorensen did an excellent job escaping the pocket, keeping his eyes downfield. That's a high-caliber play for a high school. Caldwell recognizing that, working his way back to the quarterback, which is exactly how you draw it up. And he kind of caught it on the sideline, made a move, and got a big first down.
Caldwell out of the game after the catch. Wasn't happy that he was taken out. Sorensen hands it off. I believe this is Pickett again. Nice run there. Picks up about 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I tell you, he runs behind his pads. What that means is you get your shoulders low and you use your pads to fall forward, and that's an old running back coaches love to see that, running backs falling forward.
2:10 to play in the first, tied up at 14, 2nd and 6 from the 25 for the Brickies. Another handoff. Pickett going off tackle to the left side, dragging defenders across the 20, gets it out to the 16-yard line. It's a first down, moves the chains for Hobart.
I see Johnny Sorensen saying run it again. I think that was a zone read, and it would not shock me if the next time he gets that opportunity, he pulls it out and races.
Are you surprised we haven't seen Willie Shearer on this drive?
Like I said, I think he came off the sideline, came off a little.
There's a throw into the end zone. It's too long for Aiden Leonard. This brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, Willie Shearer, like I said, the last drive, he kind of came off the field. I think he's icing an elbow on that side, so I don't know if he took a helmet to it or not, but I think he might. I can't see all the way over there, but yeah, early reports from the sidelines are that he's icing an elbow.
Well, there was that personal foul called for Hobart. Okay, you got a text. My bad. Here's a handoff to Pickett. Pickett's actually going to lose a yard or two, so 3rd down. I was going to say, I thought somebody might have gotten ejected because I thought I saw the referee make the ejection call on that personal foul. I could have been wrong.
No, he was. Yeah, it was tackled over there. The way he kind of fell. I don't know if he took a helmet to the elbow or not. But Hobart's got a critical 3rd down here. Yep. They were moving the ball well.
Yeah, running it with Pickett up the middle. He's done a good job so far, but the Cougars have stopped them. This is Sorensen running away from Deerdorf, and its throws is incomplete, out of bounds. It's being chased by Eli Deerdorf. And 4th down now for the Brickies. Let's see what Coach Osico wants to do. 4th and 11 from the 17.
It looked like they kind of ran just a one-look route, and that wasn't available, so he had to escape the pocket. And he kept his eyes downfield, but none of the good coverage by KV. None of the receivers came open, and this is a pretty big 4th down for KV right here. I mean, a stop right here that, Hobart was firing on all cylinders on offense. So if they're able to get a stop here, this is pretty big play right here.
Leonard in motion to the right side. Sorensen back to pass, throwing over the middle. He's got Leonard, and he's got a first down inside the 5, down to the 3. Nice little route there from Leonard over the middle. And it's a first down.
Yeah, Leonard's a big man. He's got a lot of size. Forward in basketball, so just getting it in his wingspan where he can catch it, he usually comes down with it.
1st and goal. Sorensen going to go under center. In the I formation, a handoff. Pickett is taken down right around the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing for him. 2nd down.
I tell you what, that's he'll learn from that mistake when he goes back and watches film. A sophomore kid looking to get his first varsity touchdown. The hole was to the right. If he would have stayed the course, he would have hit it. They'll go back to film. They'll watch that, and they'll get that corrected.
Sorensen hands this one off. Pickett diving forward, and he's in for the touchdown. Pickett crosses the line and puts Hobart back on top. Well, Max Pickett taking that one 3 yards. As a sophomore picking up his first touchdown.
That's always a special moment when your first varsity touchdown in a meaningful game. Sometimes sophomores get touchdowns in mop-up duty, but that's a meaningful game that puts them up a score here, and they needed that drive. Hobart needed that drive, and equally, KV needed a big stop there on that 4th down, but great play by Johnny Sorensen to Aiden Leonard to set up the Max Pickett 3-yard touchdown.
It's a false start on the Brickies. It's been a sloppy first quarter for them, even though they're leading. as they go for the extra point. You got the delay of game. Personal foul now there with the false start. Langford. Snap down, kick on its way, and it is good. 21-14, 14 seconds to play in the first quarter. Brickies on top. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, built by Von Tobel. It's the only game in town. We'll be back.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
Develop skills that will last for a lifetime with an apprenticeship with the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers Local 4, Indiana, Kentucky. The apprenticeship and training program is committed to developing highly skilled bricklayers, terrazzo workers, and ceramic tile setters to provide the construction industry with the best hands in the business. If you are currently working non-union and want better pay with benefits, or if you think learning a new skill with a paid apprenticeship while you earn your associate's degree is the right path for you, visit baclocal4.org/training to learn more about the apprenticeship program. Are you built to succeed?
Welcome back as Von Tobel presents Game Night in the region right here on the Region Sports Network, your local building material supplier and design center. You can visit vontobel.com to find out more. 21-14 is the score. Max Pickett getting his first touchdown. Is Langford's kick out near the 20. Lane Zander taking it, and Zander breaking tackles across the 35 near the 40-yard line.
I'll tell you what, you're holding your breath every kickoff, right? If you're a Hobart coach right now, I tell you what, Lane Zander, he can move, and I thought he was going to score it out there at the end. Luckily, they got kind of a shoelace tackle on him.
He's already got 2 touchdowns on kickoff returns. It's now time for the Cougar offense to get something going. 1st and 10 from the 40. Should be probably the last play of the first quarter. Arroyo gives it to Castro. Castro goes right side, cuts it back, and Gibson with the tackle out to the 45, 46-yard line, and that'll do it. After one, 21-14 is the score. It's the Brickies on top of the Cougars of Kankakee Valley. You're watching Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the Nika contractors and electrical workers of Local 531.
For over 100 years, Burns Funeral Home and Crematory has been assisting families in their time of need. Serving Northwest Indiana, the staff at Burns Funeral Home will help guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony. From a simple to elaborate to traditional or unique, the caring family at Burns Funeral Home will tailor a ceremony to fit your needs. And for your other loved ones, Burns Funeral now has a pet cemetery and crematory. Visit burnsfuneral.com or give them a call at 219-942-1117.
Welcome back as Von Tobel presents Game Night in the region right here on the Region Sports Network, building better together. It's 2nd and 5 from the 45 for the Cougars. It's a handoff again to Castro, right side. He's tripped up in the backfield, falling forward. He might have picked up one. It's 3rd down coming up for the Cougars. It's time for a, hold on, let me get to it, a scoreboard update brought to you by Strack & Van Til. Strack & Van Til, your favorite Indiana-made grocery store. It is 15-0. Crown Point leading Lake Central. That game also on our Region Sports Nation Facebook page and YouTube. We're also calling I believe the Michigan City and Valpo. There's a long pass down the sideline, incomplete. That was intended for the tight end of Kankakee Valley, number 83, Gabe Kistler, the senior tight end. A 4th down for the Cougars.
That was a great play design, bootleg to the near side. They've been having a couple. They had some successful runs, so that play action had the defense bid in, and it was a beautiful throw. Just one of those plays where Gabe Kistler is going to go back and wish he can have that play back because he had his hands on it. Just a tough pass to bring in.
Arroyo out to punt. High punt. Taken by the Brickies. Far side of the field, and a big tackle there by the Cougars. Out across the 35 to the 38 of the Brickies with 11:04 to play. They lead it by 7. Going back to that Crown Point Lake Central game, that's a top 10 matchup. Number 1 versus number 8 in our RSN poll. Lake Central holding tough early on in the second. I guess you could say the same thing here. KV holding on against number 6 team in our poll. We're trailing by 7 early on here in the second. Sorensen in the shotgun. 3 wide, 2 to the right. Rolling right, throwing downfield. That ball is caught. Is that Caldwell? It is. Caldwell has a 1st down across the 42, the 36-yard line of the Cougars.
Just a simple smash concept. They ran a hitch on the far receiver. The slot receiver, Caldwell, ran a corner route, and he runs some nice, crisp routes. And Johnny Sorensen on the run threw it right on the money.
Transfer to transfer, gets them the 1st down. 1st and 10 from the 36, just under 11 minutes to play in the second. Here's Pickett. He's going to keep the ball to the 30-yard line, picks up 6. He's still in there for Willie Shear. Still haven't seen him. Still on the sideline, possibly icing his elbow. Haven't gotten a report since that last one we got.
Tell you what, if Max Pickett continues to carry the load like this, they might create a little thunder and lightning in their backfield.
2nd and 4 from the 30. Pickett almost tripped in the backfield, but he does pick up positive yards out to the 27-yard line. It looks like he's going to be short 1 yard. So 3rd and 1.
Pickett, the ball carrier.
A lot of teams go to the all shotgun. I know Hobart went under center for the first time that I've seen in about 3 years, but these short yardage situations are tough when you're in the gun.
And in motion was Martinez as the pass thrown out to the far side. It's a catch made. I believe that was Caldwell right at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal coming up for the Brickies.
I like that play design, willing to throw the football on 3rd and short, probably maybe out of field goal range on that particular play. And so they knew they had another down to pick it up if they weren't successful on 3rd down. And so that was a great play call.
First and 10 from the 10. Handoff. Actually, no. Sorensen's going to keep it. He's going to the corner. Lowers his shoulder, and he's out at the 2-yard line, it looks like. A big run there from Sorensen on the keeper. And the Brickies, 2nd and goal from the 2.
Little zone read option there. That's a play design is to the running back, the quarterback has the option to pull or give, and he pulled it. But KV's defense is pretty fast. They strung that out a long way.
They give this one to Pickett. He lowers his head, and Pickett is into the end zone for his second touchdown of the game. Max Pickett taking this one from 2 yards out. And the Brickies add on to their lead.
Yeah, just a straight power run. And that's kind of, if you're a coach on both sides, that's where your players are truly tested on those short yardage situations. You know where it's going, and can you stop it? And Hobart was they were the victor on that battle there.
Langford out for the extra point, and he connects again. The score, 28-14, 9:23 to play here in the second quarter. You're watching Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Welcome to Public Bar and Rec, located in downtown Crown Point, a place for good games, good drinks, and good food. So come in and make it public. Try to survive zombie dodgeball, score a hole-in-one playing golf, or choose from over 13 multi-sport simulator games while fueling your competition with a variety of appetizers, entrees, and beverages. We have games for all ages with our family-friendly hours till 9 p.m. Reserve your simulator at publicbarandrec.com and let the fun begin.
For over 50 years, family-owned Bud Insurance Agency in Hobart has been providing insurance services and protection to Northwest Indiana. With protection provided by Auto Owners Insurance, Dave, Bob, and Mike can custom fit a policy to meet a person's needs. The friendly and knowledgeable staff at Bud Insurance treats each client with personal attention, making your visit a pleasant one. Stop by 615 West 3rd Street in Hobart or give them a call at 942-1028. And you can always visit them on the web at budinsagency.com.
Welcome back as Von Tobel presents Game Night in the region right here on the Region Sports Network, your local building material supplier and design center. Visit vontobel.com to find out more. 28-14 the score after the Max Pickett 2-yard touchdown run. 9:23 to play in the second quarters. The Cougars trying to keep up with this Bricky offense. Langford to kick it away. It's another pooch kick. And picked up by the Upman and around the 30, picking up a few yards there is number 23, Gray Lee Weaver, the junior wide receiver for the Cougars. And that was a Quintel kickoff, and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994.
KV's got to establish something on offense. You know, their two scores were kickoff returns for touchdowns. Outside of that, they haven't been able to move the ball, so they're going to have to get something going here on offense.
1st and 10 from the 36. Castro on the carry. Castro picks up 3 to the 39-yard line.
It wouldn't be out of the realm of Kirk Kennedy to eat up the 9 minutes in the second quarter and punch a touchdown in. Slow, methodical, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. We don't have dust here on the turf field, but
rubber,
3 yards in a cloud of rubber, getting it down the field. And they have to be content with being able to move the ball 3 to 4 yards at a time.
2 wide for Arroyo. It's Castro right next to him on his left side. He's back to pass. Here comes the rush. He throws it up deep, looking for Xander, and incomplete, and a flag is thrown. And it's going to be a pass interference on the Brickies. Not sure who that was defending.
I'll tell you what, those are one of the toughest plays to defend is the underthrown ball.
Yeah.
That ball hung up there in a while. The receiver, Lane Xander, made a great play trying to get back to the ball, and the Hobart defender was in the way.
A pass interference penalty against the Brickies.
That'll move the ball into Bricky territory out to the 46-yard line. 8:34 to play. They'll have 1st and 10 from there. I think it was number 11 for Hobart's defense, Jacob Ramirez, the safety. 2 wide again for Arroyo to the right side, Castro to his right. From the left side hash, Arroyo hands off Castro. Castro can't get away from defenders there. He does pick up 2 on the carry. Taken down there, Gibson of the Brickies.
Pulling guard, power run to the near side. Hobart defended it well. Hobart's kind of selling out for the run and kind of challenging KV to put the ball in the air.
2nd and 8, under 8 minutes to play. From the 44, Arroyo pitches it out. Castro cuts back up the middle. And nice little run there. Does pick up 3 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 5.
That's a great speed option there to the far side. Read the defensive end, got the defensive end to commit, pitched the ball to Castro, and they picked up a decent chunk there, making this 3rd and manageable.
Let's see what Coach Kennedy wants to do here on 3rd and 5. As Arroyo now sending players all over. 7 seconds, 6 seconds on the play clock, down to 4. Man in motion, 2 seconds. They get it off. It's a pitch to Xander, and Xander's got a 1st down across the 35 to the 32. How about that? Grab it out of the hat from Coach Kennedy.
We're going to have to get the studio to give us a 40 time on Lane Xander because he can fly. He caught that ball in just the littlest of gap. He was able to split through there and pick up a big 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32. 6:45 to play here in the 2nd quarter. Arroyo hands this one off. Castro lowering his head, but he's met by a bunch of Brickies right around the 30-yard line. Gibson in there again.
I'll tell you what, Gibson has been all over the field tonight. His name's almost being called on almost every tackle. He showed up tonight and ready to play.
Max Pickett out there on the defensive side, too, getting in on the tackle. 2nd and 8 from the 30. 6:08 to play in the 2nd. 2 wide for Arroyo, far side of the field. Castro to the right of him. They give it to Castro. He's got a hole. He's got a 1st down and more across the 20 down to the 18-yard line. Well, Castro with a nice pickup and a 1st down for the Cougars.
And the Cougars fans are starting to come to life. Their running game, the part of their game that they rely on so heavily is starting to come to life now. They're starting to have success on the ground by mixing it up. Power run, speed option, jet sweep.
1st and 10 from the 19 they marked them at. Castro taking it, follows his blockers out across the 15 to the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, 2nd and short coming up. Just doing it the Coach Kennedy way.
I think he would prefer to be under center, but 2023 requires you to almost be out of the gun in today's football.
You know, and a much smaller team than most in the region too. That could have something to do with it, I believe, as Arroyo hands this one off and taking it down to the 5, down to the 2-yard line. They give it to the backup running back. That's number 38, Nolan Akustra, the sophomore running back.
Looked like he had a little fresh legs in there. It looked like hit that. He was holding the R2 trigger for those PlayStation fans. He had the sprint button going. He was pretty quick to the point of attack there. And now KV's and they're on the 2-yard line. They got basically 4 downs to punch this in.
First and goal from the 2. Bunch formation. It's a handoff. Castro lowering his head. Breaks the tackle, and he's into the end zone for a Cougar touchdown. A nice drive there by the Cougars. And you said it, Josh. They want to waste some clock. They got it all the way down to 4:51 here in the second quarter. Cougars hanging tough against the 6th-ranked Brickies.
That's a prototypical Kirk Kennedy drive right there. A lot of running the football. They threw one pass. They got the PI on it, the pass interference. The rest was mixing it up, power run, speed option, and just attacking the Hobart defense in just a straight fashion, just going forward and falling forward, and big backs making big plays, and the Kirk Kennedy way.
Sayers' kick was a low-line drive, missed it. I think they had trouble with the snap. So the score remains 28-20, 4:51 to play left in the first half. You're watching Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Family owned and operated since 1969, Holiday Rent-A-Car offers a wide variety of newer model cars, vans, and SUVs. Free local customer pickup and drop-offs are available. Debit cards are accepted. Restrictions apply. All rental cars are for sale. Financing is available. Located at 3709 West 37th Avenue in Hobart, Holiday Rent-A-Car is open Monday through Saturday, closed on Sundays. Call 219-942-8561 or visit them on the web at holidayrentacar.biz.
Welcome back as Von Tobel presents Game Night in the region right here on the Region Sports Network. Locations in Valpo, Cherville, and Michigan City. You can check out VonTobel.com and find out more. Touchdown run by Castro. Makes it a 28-20 Bricky lead after the missed field goal. Sayers with the kickoff out to the 20 and taken out of bounds around the 30-yard line. It was a Quintel kickoff. Kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, specializing of reconditioning, repair, and remanufacturing of heat exchangers. 4:45 to play left in the first quarter. Bricky offense goes back out onto the field. They'll have it at the 31-yard line. The offense has been working so far on the running game. It's been the Max Pickett show here in the second quarter. We haven't seen Willie Shear. He's still not out there. Pickett right behind Sorensen. 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left is Caldwell. Sorensen back the pass, going deep, looking for Caldwell. Had a step on his man. It's incomplete. There's a flag and a pass interference going to be called on the Cougars.
I tell you what, that was a play that Sorensen overthrew him early on a shot, so he waited a half a second longer and threw it and kind of underthrew him there. Once again, when the receivers got to kind of come back to the ball a little bit, it's a tough play to defend, which typically causes a pass which typically draws a pass interference call there.
Aiden Uckman was going to be called on the pass interference. Yeah, I'm a little surprised they don't put Lane Zander on him, the 2 speedy guys, but Uckman staying tough with Caldwell on the far side of the field.
Yeah, Uckman's been following him wherever he goes. Uckman goes, and when Caldwell switches sides, Uckman goes with, and he's playing press. He's in his face. He's not. He's challenging him, and that is a Kirk Kennedy staple too. Getting up and putting your hands on receivers and playing physical.
First and 10 from the 46. They give it to Pickett as he takes it right up the middle, picks up 3 or 4. There is a flag thrown right at that pile of players. at the 49-yard line. We'll wait and see what the call is. Probably get an area of face mask or holding. Still trying to figure out what the call is here.
We don't know.
Waiting on the referee to make a signal. Maybe they're holding on the Brickies.
I'm waiting on the coach to make a decision.
Yeah, that's what they were
probably.
waiting on.
Holding against the Brickies.
So that'll back up Hobart.
I guess I never thought of that. The coaches get a play clock and make a decision there.
A play clock too, make
a decision to decline it or accept the penalty. Because it seemed like we were there for a while.
They should, because that was taking too long. So backs them up to the 39-yard line. Penalty of 10 yards. Sorensen with 2 wide to his right. He's rolling right, looking downfield, going deep. He's caught. It looks like Stanford it is, and there's another flag in the backfield.
Right when we were getting a decent flow to the game.
The penalties are just killing the Brickies, but I don't know if this is this coming back too?
Looks like it.
We wait on the call again. It's in the area of holding or maybe roughing the passer. Holding again on the Brickies. They're killing themselves on offense with the penalties. It's probably about 5 or 6 now.
Yeah, it's first down and a country mile down here in KV.
Backs them up to the 29-yard line. They need to get to the KV 44.
We'll take the ball back to the 29-yard line, and we'll repeat first down.
Well, luckily for them, it's still first. Sorensen now with 2 wide to the left, man in motion. They'll hand it to him. As this is going to be pushed out of bounds. That's Caldwell, only picking up a few yards on the play.
The ball carrier that time for the Brickies.
For your fantasy football fans at home, that is a point per reception. That was a forward pass.
It counts.
The jet sweep toss, forward pass.
Hobart trying to get something on that play. They only picked up a few yards. Sorensen rolling out to his left, being chased by defenders, gets a big block. Sorensen's going to tuck it and run. And Sorensen out near the 39 to the 40-yard line. So now 3rd down.
Hobart went to the well one too many times on that play. They've ran that play now 4 times. 3 times they've been successful with the exception of the holding penalty. That 4th time KV adjusted their coverage and was ready for it.
3rd down and 16 for the Brickies. 3:45 to play here in the 2nd quarter. And Sorensen and company need to take a timeout and talk things over. That's their 2nd timeout of the game. Langel's Pizza has been a favorite spot since 1979. Enjoy pizza, sandwiches, and more. You dine in or carry out. Langel's serves Northwest Indiana from their 3 locations, Highland, Schererville, and Crown Point. You can order online at langelspizza.com. Langel's Pizza, the official pizza of Region Sports Network. And don't forget the halftime show. The Hose Connections halftime show is coming up next. Hose Connections, proven under pressure. We'll keep it right here at KV for the halftime show. We'll get through the scoreboard update brought to you by Strachan Van Til, your favorite online delivery or curbside pickup at strachanvantil.com. Plenty of games going on across the Region Sports Network on YouTube TV/Region Sports, the Facebook page. It's all over the place. Got Michigan City and Valpo, Crown Point and Lake Central. Some big games across the region. We'll get to them shortly here at halftime. 3:40 to play here in the second quarter. 3rd and 16 for the Brickies. Sorensen back to pass. Getting blocks. Going deep down the left sideline. And it is caught. What a grab by Caldwell. The leading receiver in the region makes the catch around the 25 and picks up a big first down for the Brickies.
If you're Uckerman, you just tip your cap. I mean, he had great coverage. It was thrown on the backside. Caldwell had to turn around and caught it one-handed. I mean, you can't cover any better than that. So you just tip your cap. Unfortunately, it's a first down for the Bricks, but great coverage by KV. Nothing you could do about that.
Brickies quickly to the line, gives it to Pickett. He's dancing around, and he does pick up 2 on the play. 3:20 to play here in the first half. Maybe the Brickies might slow things down just a tad as they're near the red zone. What a throw from Sorensen and a grab from Caldwell to get it down here. 2nd and 8. Sorensen keeping it, running right, looking for blocks. He wasn't getting it, but he does cross the 20 to the 19. Picks up about 3.
Little zone read again. He elected to keep it, and he only got a couple yards. You know, you want to limit your quarterback to the amount of hits they take. And Sorensen's been running hard tonight. He's been not scared to stick his nose in there.
And this time the Kougars will take the timeout there with just under 3 minutes to play. They trail 28-20 here at KV. So, Josh, what are you looking here if you're Coach Osika to call play?
They've had a lot of success with that corner route that we talked about a little earlier in the broadcast. The hitch in the corner with Caldwell from the slot. But they also had success with that big post, Aiden Leonard.
Yeah, I was just going to bring that up. They went away. They did that near the end zone on the far side of the field on the opposite. I think they might do something like that again. The field has been open in the middle most of the game.
I like Aiden Leonard. He's big and tall, and he's got good hands. So, maybe even give him a shot on a post route here, kind of like they did on the previous a couple drives ago when they were able to set up a touchdown score. Looks like we got Caldwell from the slot again, so you might see that. He's had success going to the corner. You might see a post. Looks like he's a little further out for the corner route, so we might be seeing a post. No safety high.
Pickett right behind Sorensen, looking to pass. Pumps it. Sorensen keeps it. Now throwing. End zone wide open and incomplete. Had a receiver. I think it was Caldwell who got loose.
Hey, we were right. He ran the post, but KV was playing inside leverage on him, so he wasn't able to get the post route. Sorensen was able to scramble, and Caldwell made a move and was kind of wide open. It just that's hard. Those backyard football plays are real hard to connect on.
And Caldwell wants that one back. Just slipped out of his hands. I think a little surprised how wide open he was too. So 4th and 5 for the Brickies, going for it. Hand off to Pickett. Pickett picks up the first down, diving forward out to the 11-yard line. And I think maybe if he even stays on his feet, he could gallop into the end zone, but he does pick up the first down. 2:30 and counting for the Brickies here in the first half.
I think he thought the yellow line was the first down line you see on TV. He dove and tried to make sure he got the first down. Heads-up play, though, to make sure that touchdowns are important, but the first down was important.
They could still pick up another first down. This from the 11. Pickett had it from Sorensen. Sorensen actually keeping it, and he's going to pick up maybe one. Sorensen faked it to Pickett. 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, KV's defense is doing a really good job on all of those zone read keepers by Sorensen. Their linebacking core is pretty quick. They're able to string those plays out because Sorensen, he can move. He's a fast runner himself, and KV's doing an excellent job stringing those plays out and using the sideline as an extra defender.
2nd and 9 from the 10. Sorensen, throw in right side. Catch is made. That's Zach Bloom on the reception. Excuse me, that is Mason Jackson, the fullback. So 3rd down. They get it out to the 8.
The coaches up here in the press box are going to circle that play. They had a post by Bloom in the end zone there.
So 3rd and 7, 55 seconds to play in the first half. Handoff, Pickett again. Pickett's got a hole, and Pickett's got a touchdown. Max Pickett into the end zone again. Puts the Brickies up 34-20 with 47 seconds to play in the first half.
Yeah, that was the kind of the 4th down play, almost the exact same play. You think KV might be thinking Hobart's going to pass. They run the ball, and Max Pickett gets his 3rd touchdown of the half.
Langford out for the extra point, and it's blocked. Not sure. I think it was Deerdorf who might have came around the edge to block that one. And the score remains 34-20, 47 seconds to play in the first half. You're watching Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
I'm Tim O'Brien, former Hobart Brickie and Northwestern Wildcat quarterback. When I was playing, I always wanted to be prepared for the unexpected, planning for what might come next. As a certified financial planner with Edward Jones Investments here in Hobart, I pass on that same philosophy to my clients. Planning for the future is important. The same goes for advertising. I plan ahead and turn to the Region Sports Network because they get the job done for me. And I, therefore, put my trust in them, knowing they are the only game in town. And go Brickies!
Grangers at the Clock Tower is a place to gather in downtown Hobart before or after a Brickies win. Whatever meal you are in the mood for, you can find it at Grangers. Owned by a Brickie family, Grangers also offers an aesthetically pleasing indoor setting, along with an outdoor section overlooking the beautiful Lake George. Check out one of Hobart's highest-rated restaurants, located at 437 East 3rd Street in Hobart, and they're open 7 days a week. Visit their Facebook page for daily specials and events. Grangers at the Clock Tower. A good time.
Welcome back as Von Tobel presents Game Night in the region right here on the Region Sports Network, building better together. Max Pickett with another touchdown, 34-20 after the missed extra point. So both teams now with missed extra points. 47 seconds away from halftime. You'll keep it right here for the Hose Connections halftime report presented by Hose Connections, proven under pressure. We'll take a look at the Strachan Van Til hometown scoreboard and get you all the scores and updates across the region. As this one, another pooch kick there from the Brickies, keeping it away from Xander, and heck, I don't blame him.
Yeah, rightfully so, right?
And that was a Quintel kickoff. This kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994. So the Cougars, the final 41 seconds of the first half, try and march downfield and get some points. 3 wide, the near side of your screen. Castro right behind Arroyo. Looking left, he throws. is caught by Xander. Xander trying to cut the edge. He does. Cross midfield. Xander near the 40. Finally taken out of bounds by Gibson at the 38-yard line. Make it the 37. Stops the clock at 32 seconds.
I tell you what, he can just straight run. Straight line speed. He's fast as lightning. He's just an overall hustler. He's a great player. It's exciting to watch him with the ball in his hands.
Xander now out of the game. 32 seconds, ball at the 37. Deerdorf off to the right side of Arroyo. Back to pass, and Arroyo gets taken down. The Bricky defense, too much to handle for the offensive line of the KV Kougars on that one.
Yeah, it looked like Hobart was just playing straight man, and they brought the house. They blitzed a lot there, and it was kind of looked like a semi-rollout, and he rolled out right into the blitz of Hobart, and Hobart was able to make it home.
Cougars taking a timeout here. Under 30 seconds to play in the first half. Don't forget, after the game, we'll name the blue-collar player of the game. It's the Boilermakers Local 374 blue-collar player of the game, brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Learn about the apprenticeship programs and more at local374.org. We'll also name the Crowell Companies Lantern Man superhero of the game. The Crowell Companies have offices open from 9 to 7 Monday through Friday, Saturdays until 2. They're in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. 27 seconds to play in the first half. 14-point lead for the Brickies. Ball is going to be spotted at the 46 of the Brickies for the Cougars on second down. Too wide to the right for Arroyo. Castro next to him. The Brickies showing blitz. Here they come again. Arroyo steps up. He's got room to run and blockers ahead. He throws and incomplete. He was well past the line of scrimmage when he threw that ball. Probably 3 or 4 yards past. So an easy call there for the officials on the far side of the field.
Yeah, those are tough plays because you got pressure, you're back, you step up, and you start running. You see a guy flash open, and you think, hey, we're just going to go ahead and throw the ball, and sometimes you're past the line of scrimmage.
Arroyo, a junior quarterback. I know he started last year. That's a mental mistake from the junior. We'll see that from freshman out there. So that'll back up the Cougars quite a bit to the 48-yard line. Third down. They need to get to the 28-yard line of the Brickies. 3rd and 20. Arroyo on the option. He's going to keep it. And it's Gibson in on the tackle again for the Brickies. 10 seconds. See if they just want to run out the clock. I think they might. And that'll do it at halftime. No, excuse me. Kennedy's going to call a timeout. Waiting till 2 seconds left in the first half. He just wants to show something positive on the offensive side of the ball here.
Hey, you can't take them with you when you go.
That's true.
You don't
Teaching moment.
You don't get them to roll over. You never know. You penalty. There's a lot of things that can happen. There's a lot of things that play. You could throw a pass interference, get set up, maybe try a shot at the end zone. Who knows? There's a lot of things. It is high school football. You never know. DB slips down. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, it's been a crazy game already. We had all the kickoff returns, had a pass interference on the underthrown pass earlier in this second quarter from Arroyo, so possibly that could happen again. I'm sure Coach Osika's talking about that with their players. Hey, listen, they did it before. He doesn't have a strong arm. Make sure you're on your guy, but stay with the ball and stay with your opponent.
Yeah, you never know in a high school football game what could happen. You know, there could be pass interference, there could be blown coverages. There's a lot of things that could happen. So, I like the aggressive approach. I like the hey, you never know type attitude. And it looks like Hobart's going to be playing a prevent defense here.
Sending 5 guys back to the 10-yard line. 3 wide to the right side. It's the short side of the field for the Kougars. On 4th and 17. Arroyo, here comes the blitz on the screen. Taken across the 30 and taken down is Nolan Kustra. And that'll do it at halftime. 34-20 in the score here down in KB. It's been a wild first half. Josh and I will talk you through it at halftime. You're watching Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Centrally located in downtown Indianapolis, the Hampton Inn is just steps away from Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Situated at 105 South Meridian Street, shopping, restaurants, entertainment, and many Indianapolis attractions are in near proximity. Hampton Inn has much to offer, including a hot breakfast, high-speed internet access in every room, as well as a gym fitness center. For reservations, the number is 317-261-1200. The website is hamptonin3.hilton.com. Hampton Inn, Indianapolis, downtown.
Pop Warner football players and cheerleaders here this evening.
Are you a builder, remodeler, or homeowner? If so, you need quality materials at the right price. Whether you're just getting started or a seasoned pro, Von Tobel's friendly and knowledgeable staff can help. And since we're 100% employee-owned, every time you come in, you're dealing with an owner. We have a great selection for kitchen, bath, flooring, decking, and more. Plus, we offer free design consults to help you with your next project. Scan or visit vontobels.com today to book your free consultation. Von Tobel, building better together.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
And for cheer,
Quintel Incorporated is a family-owned and operated company located in Northwest Indiana that specializes in the reconditioning, repair, and remanufacturing of heat exchangers. Since 1994, Quintel has been handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country. Equipped with the most modern technology and advanced tools, Quintel provides top-notch service. When you trust Quintel for all your needs, you'll get peace of mind and a finished job that exceeds your expectations. For more info about Quintel and the services they provide, visit quintel-inc.com.
When life takes you places and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strack and Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use, and it can save you time and money. Once your order is in, our own Strack and Van Til team preps your order with care. For delivery or pickup, enjoy the convenience of letting our to-go team shop for you. Enjoy your special moments. Sign up online today at shop.strackandvantil.com.
Welcome back to Game Night in the Region, presented by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, your local building materials supplier and design center. Visit vontobel.com to find out more. 34-20 is the score at halftime. This is the Hose Connections halftime report, connecting the first half and the second half of tonight's game. Hose Connections proven under pressure. Josh Huddleston, Mike Zajac here at KV High School. What the wild first half we just had there.
Yeah, I don't even know what you want to call it. Just an interesting half of football. I think we saw a little bit of everything, some special teams touchdowns, blocked PATs, snaps, penalties. I think we long runs, short runs, passes. I think we pretty much saw it all in the first half.
Yeah, let's go through the scoring of the first half, Josh.
We got the first touchdown of the game was a long kickoff return, which set up a Willie Shear 3-yard touchdown run. Hobart kicks off. Lane Zander returns the kickoff 95 yards for a touchdown, making it 7-7. Hobart answers back with a long touchdown run by Willie Shear, a 45-yard touchdown run. And the ensuing kickoff was a pooch kick to the sidelines that bounced a couple times. Hobart looked like they might have recovered it. Looks guys were jumping on the ball. And out pops Lane Zander with the ball for a 75-yard TD run off of the kickoff return for a touchdown. And then things settled down a little bit of back and forth. Willie Shear left the game. It appears to be with a bruised elbow. Max Pickett comes in and gets a 3-yard touchdown run, making it 21-14. Max Pickett comes back again with a 1-yard touchdown run, making it 21-14. Kankakee Valley puts together a nice, long Kirk Kennedy-type drive. They drive pretty much the distance of the field. They cap it off with a 2-yard touchdown, making it 28-20. And then Hobart answers back with a Max Pickett 9-yard touchdown run to make it 34-20. And that is where we are at halftime.
Max Pickett with 3 touchdowns in the game, 3 for his career at Hobart. Sloppy first half on both sides, especially for Hobart. A lot of penalties, probably 6, 7, I think I counted. You had the personal foul, you had the delay of game, the pass interference on that pass from Arroyo that was short, and the holding penalty. I think there was another holding penalty. And then KV started going backwards on their end, and it was just sloppy all the way around. But somehow we've come to the score of 34-20 at halftime, and that's a big part of Lane Zander, who's just, his speed is unmatched right on the kickoffs, and he's done it on both sides of the ball and now on the special teams as well.
Yeah, and he almost had another touchdown run with on a kickoff with a shoelace-saving tackle by Hobart. Lane Zander, I mean, he's a special player for KV. He's lightning fast. He could take it the distance anytime he touches the ball. So Hobart, you know, their path to victory is keep the ball away from Lane Zander as best they can.
You're watching the Hose Connections halftime report brought to you by Hose Connections on Kennedy Avenue in Hammond. You can visit them on the web at hoseconnectionsinc.com. Hose Connections, proven under pressure. When we come back, we'll get to the Strachan Van Til scoreboard update. You're watching Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals, and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
Thinking about what to do after high school? consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Growing up in Northwest Indiana, I am proud that my family's been doing business here for nearly 100 years, which started with my grandfather, John Gladish. Over my career, I've witnessed families being torn apart by the negligence of others, and everything from unguarded openings at construction sites to reckless driving on our roads. Our experienced attorneys, paralegals, and staff know that insurance companies and their lawyers will go to great lengths to avoid paying compensation. Do not waste your one and only opportunity to seek fair compensation for your loss. Give the Gladish Law Group a call and put our team to work for you.
Since 2000, Hose Connections in Hammond has been a premier leader in the hydraulics industry. Hose Connections is a one-stop shop offering quality hydraulic and pneumatic products and services. Hose Connections takes pride in not only meeting but exceeding customers' expectations. To learn all about the products and services that Hose Connections offers, visit hoseconnectionsinc.com or call 219-844-6570. Hose Connections in Hammond, proven under pressure.
Have you checked out Send to Your Bank's student checking account? This no-fee checking account is perfect for students and teens ages 14 to 24 and comes with all the features you need to succeed, such as a debit card, digital banking, and automatic deposit. Send to Your Bank can help you start establishing good spending habits today for your better tomorrow. For more information, visit sendtoyour.com/student-checking or visit your local branch. If you are under the age of 18, your parent or guardian must also sign on the Send to Your student checking account. At the age of 25, your account will automatically convert to the Send to Your checking account. You must deposit $25 to open this account. This account is not eligible for overdraft advantage. Member FDIC.
Welcome back as Von Tobel presents Game Night in the Region right here on the Region Sports Network. You're watching the Hose Connections Halftime Report. It's brought to you by Hose Connections on Kennedy Avenue in Hammond. Visit them on the web at hoseconnectionsinc.com. Hose Connections, proven under pressure. Josh is chowing down on some pizza. And speaking of pizza, Langle's Pizza has been a favorite spot since 1979. Enjoy pizza, sandwiches, and more. Dine in or carry out. Langle serves Northwest Indiana from their 3 locations, Highland, Schererville, and Crown Point. Order online at langlespizza.com. Langle's Pizza is the official pizza of Region Sports Network. And it is now time for the Strachan Van Til update. It's brought to you by Strachan Van Til. Strachan Van Til, shop online for delivery or curbside pickup at strachanvantil.com. Josh, take it away.
I do want to mention.
Are you done chewing on your pizza?
I do want to mention that you threw me under the bus last year when I was eating pizza.
I thought we were here, weren't we?
We were. KV, they're a gracious host, and they
give us
provide pizza and breadsticks.
And was there water and pop?
There is plethora. But let's get to the Strachan Van Til scoreboard update. The Andrain Fighting 59ers in the second quarter, 14. The Munster Mustangs, 7. The Wheeler Bearcats all over the Hammond Knoll Warriors, 46-0. I don't want to say a shocker, but a kind of an interesting score down there at Lake Central. Lake Central Indians 6, Crown Point 15. That's a close ball game down there. Lake Central playing tough.
That game also on the Region Sports Network on Facebook.com/Region Sports and YouTube.com/Region Sports.
The Westside Cougars 14, River Forest 7, Griffith Panthers 20, the Whiting Oilers 7, the Highland Trojans 7 over Hammond Central Wolves. These are all in the second quarter. The Penn Kingman 35, the Morton Governors 0, Chesterton 14, the LaPorte Slicers 0, Hanover Central, RSN number 3, Hanover Central 14, the Lowell Red Devils 0, The Valpo Vikings, number 2 in the RSN top 10, over the number 5 Michigan City Wolves, 24-7. Maryville Pirates 10 over the Portage Indians 0. South Bend Washington Cougars and Calumet all knotted up at 6.
You can follow all of tonight's region football scores live on the Strachan Van Til Hometown Scoreboard, or streaming on Facebook.com/Region Sports and RegionSports.com. Strachan Van Til, your favorite Indiana-made grocery store. Halftime here at KV. It's the Hose Connections halftime report. Josh, any surprises there when you went through the scores? I see the Wheeler Bishop Knoll game. All 46 of those points coming in the second quarter?
I don't know if they all came in the second quarter, but I wrote that down as my placeholder there. I think the Crown Point Lake Central game is interesting. 15-6, within striking distance for Lake Central. Number 1, number 8 in the RSN top 10, battling it out down there. Crown Point's a very well put together program, so that score is surprising to me. Not that you expect the team just to run away, but Crown Point's been rolling. They've been playing exceptional football through the first part of the season, so surprised a little bit at that score. The other score, RSN number 3, Hanover Central 14 over Lowell. The question mark has been kind of, we talked about it in the Pigskin kickoff early in the year, was how was Hanover Central going to play coming to the new conference, and so the early signs indicate that they can play, quote unquote, with the bigger schools, I guess you'd say, or the teams that have been in this conference for a while now.
Yeah, and Hanover Central blew out Highland last week, I believe, and Lowell's always tough, no matter what their record is or who's at the helm there. So Hanover Central, I'll tell you what, they changing conferences, they can still hold their own.
Yeah, they got a good offense, high-powered offense that scores a lot of points, but it looks like they're playing a little bit of a defensive battle down against the Lowell Red Devils, a 14-0 at the end of the second quarter. So they can get it done on offense and apparently getting it done on defense.
And the Griffith Panthers, you said, leading 20-7 over the Whiting Oilers. Coach Mason looking for his first win as head coach of the Panthers. The other game was Valpo and Michigan City. That game also on the Region Sports Network Facebook page, youtube.com/Region Sports as well. That's a good game going down in Valparaiso. Still got a couple minutes left until the second half kicks off. So, Josh, what are your keys to the second half for the Brickies going into the third quarter?
Hobart did a really good job of running the football, and also did a very good job through the air. If I'm the Hobart Brickies, I'm going to keep the ball out of number 10's hands the best I can, because he's been their big threat. He's been their he's been the one that's kind of been the spark plug for KV. So if you're able to keep the ball out of number 10 on KV's hands, I think you give yourself a shot to be victorious.
How about for the other side of the Cougars? Struggling on offense most of the game. They got things going on that drive. They scored the touchdown on that long drive. They ran the ball real well. They got the pass interference, had one catch. But that's pretty much it on the offensive side of the ball for the Cougars. What do they have to do to come out victorious?
Look, they got to go back to just grinding out the football. I know we're in 2023 when teams have to try to, appease some fans and put the ball in the air, but they've had such success running the football. They need to stick to it. If they do 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 runs in a row, they had success doing it, so they did a good job mixing it up with speed options, jet sweeps, power runs. If I was KV, I'd go back to that, just kind of 3-yard and a cloud of rubber pebbles, and just keep grinding it out. Shorten the game. You're down 2 scores, but you're still in this game, so grind it out on the ground and eat up some clock.
Last year, the score was 45-8, a Hobart victory over KV. It's 34-20 right now, so KV is holding tough going into if you look back from last year, so much improvement for Coach Kennedy's team. Defensively for the Cougars, they have no answer for that offensive line. Max Pickett has run all over them. Even when Sorensen is running with the ball, they're not keeping up with him. Caldwell has gotten open a few times, but they missed that touchdown to Caldwell after a blown coverage in the end zone. Could be a lot worse, I guess you could say, if you're KV, but only down by 14. I think if you're Coach Kennedy, you take it at halftime.
Oh, 100%. I think the first half was, like we've alluded to, one of the oddest first halves of, I'd say, a high school football game, but really any football game that I've seen. Just the kind of the kickoff returns and the penalties, and we had a fumble in there, a KV fumble, which gave the ball back to Hobart. Pass interference calls. It was a unique and different block PATs. It was a unique and a different first half. So I look for the second half to have a little different flow. KV is going to be getting the ball to start the game. So, if they're able to put together a long drive, a methodical drive where they run the football, they could punch one in and make this game a lot closer.
Yeah, then possibly get a stop the other way, get the ball back, and who knows. This has been the Hose Connections Halftime Report, brought to you by Hose Connections on Kennedy Avenue in Hammond. Visit them on the web at hoseconnectionsinc.com. Hose Connections, proven under pressure. As we get set to start the third quarter here down in Kankakee Valley, the Brickies will kick it away to the Cougars, and I doubt they'll kick it deep and just keep it short like they've been doing. Then you risk Xander coming up and getting the ball like he did on his second touchdown. So let's see what special teams tricks they have. Still getting set here.
It might just kick it off out of bounds and give it to him on the 35 and say, we'll try to play some defense.
Yeah. Langford to kick things away. This is a Quintel kickoff. Kickoff and all kickoffs are presented by Quintel Incorporated, handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country since 1994. And taking it out across the 40 to the 44-yard line. Good start for KV to start the second half. Let's see what they got up their sleeves. Arroyo and company. They've given it to Castro. He's had a nice game on the ground. Picking up, probably averaging 3 or 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, they're not having, they're having some success on the ground. They run the ball twice, and then they throw a pass, or they run it once, throw a pass. They need to stick to the run game.
Yeah, average for Castro on the season is about 125 a game. As this one picks up maybe a yard on the carry.
It's the announcer's curse, right?
Yep.
Just talked about having
Always
success
is,
on the
right?
ground. And there they go. They good, ran right into the teeth of the Hobart defense, and they were ready for it.
2nd and 9, right at the 45-yard line.
Lane Xander, he's a player. I'm surprised they don't try to get him the ball more on offense. He's a heck of an athlete.
Arroyo rolling to his right, being chased, throwing. Deerdorf's got it around the 50. He's out of bounds right near the 50-yard line. At the 49 is where they'll mark it. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Deerdorf's that's a big boy right there. He's 6'4", 215. He's a big target to throw the ball to. Ran a nice little out route, caught the ball, got his feet in bounds, and picked up a nice 5-yard gain.
3rd and 5 from the 49-yard line. Too wide to the left are Deerdorf and Xander in the slot. Arroyo back to pass, looking. He's going to roll right. Now flips it out. Got a man open, and it's caught. Spin move around the 20. down to the 16-yard line. The tight end, number 83, Gabe Kistler, taking it. The senior with a nice move, picks up the first down, and into the red zone go the Cougars.
Yeah, I tell you what, another big target to throw the ball to. He's 6'5", 200 pounds. Quarterback did a great job of attacking the line of scrimmage. Got the defender to come up and just bloop right over his head for a big gain.
Down to the 15-yard line. 1st and 10, just under 11 minutes to play in the third. Arroyo, handoff, Castro picks up 2. It's Gibson in on the tackle. Gibson, one of the top leading tacklers in the region.
And we're seeing why. I mean, it's, you know, every time there's a tackle, number 5 is almost on the ball.
32 tackles coming into the game, so we'll add on to that total tonight. 2nd and 8. Another handoff, Castro to the right side. Try cutting it back. He is going to cross the 10 down to the 9. It's a pickup of about 4, so 3rd and 3 coming up. Xander back into the game. Speed on the field for the Cougars on 3rd down. Too wide to the left for Arroyo. It's Xander in the slot. Deerdorf to the far side. Looking left, going to Xander, and it's intercepted. This may go the distance. Arroyo trying to cut him down. Crosses midfield. He cannot chase him down, or can he? No! All the way for a touchdown. Pick 6 goes 95 yards.
Yeah, that was one of those plays where, you know, you got the speedy slot receiver, you got the big tight end, you kind of know the guy's going to go out, and great job by the corner jumping that route and picking it off. He kind of saw it the whole way, and it's hard for us to see the numbers up here. We're trying, but what a great play, and he was off to the races.
The Brickies add on to their lead. 95-yard pick 6, and he read it all the way. Arroyo tried getting it to Xander. He threw it a little too late. Langford out for the extra point. Kick up, and it is good. Brickies 41, Cougars 20, 9:06 to play in the third. And hold on, we've got, looks like a flag down. Looks like a hold on the Brickies. Yep. So they'll kick it again. Langford now backs up 10 yards. He'll try it again. Still trying to figure out who scored the touchdown.
Connor Stafford.
Yep.
The big pick 6. He made a great play last week, too, on a...
And this one's blocked. Or just could not get it up in the air, and it's no good. So the score remains 40-20. The Brickies on top after a 95-yard pick 6 from Connor Stafford. We'll take a short break. You're watching Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. watching RSN Game Night presented by Von Tobel, building better together. 40-20 lead for the Hobart Brickies. For a 95-yard pick six from Connor Stafford. And Josh, you said it at the break. The Cougars were driving there, and it comes up short.
Yeah, I mean, that was an impressive drive, running pass. They were mixing it up, doing a good job, moving the ball well. And they got in the third and a medium, and they went to the pass, and Connor Stafford picked it off for his second big play in as many weeks.
Another pooch kickoff to the 25-yard line. And it's taken by the Cougars, number 23. If I can find what happened to our sheet? What did I do? That's right by me. That's my bad. Graylee Weaver, the junior receiver.
Connor Stafford was part of the play of the week last week, where a big hit on an option play, which caused a fumble and recovered for a touchdown. Then this week, he jumps in front of a pick six. So he's been involved in a lot of defensive scoring plays.
1st and 10 for the Cougars. Need a score here now from their own 37. Arroyo will keep it, and Arroyo is going to pick up a nice gain as he stopped right at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 7, possibly 8. I think it is 8. So 2nd and 2 coming up.
Yeah, it was a little quarterback design run, getting two blockers out in front of him, and a nice design on that play. First time we've seen him run that play all night, and had a big positive gain there.
2 wide for Arroyo, 1 to the left, 1 to the right. It's Deerdorf to the right side. It's a fake to Castro. It's Arroyo on the keeper, and Arroyo close to the first down marker. I believe he has it. Let's see. They mark it at the 48, and it is enough for the Cougar first down.
That's kind of that veer play where the running back and the quarterback are kind of keeping together. Urban Meyer, when he was at Utah and then in Florida, made that play special, kind of that inside quarterback run.
1st and 10 from the 48. Handoff. Castro jumping over defenders, picks up 8 on the carry. A nice run there from the running back. 2nd and short.
Tell you what, the second half so far we're early in, but Kankakee Valley has moved the football, both through the run, both on the run and the pass. They look pretty impressive coming out of half. Obviously, they had the mistake of the pick six, but outside of that, they've been able to move the football.
Yeah, maybe they've found something in that Bricky defense. Castro the carry, and not that time as Castro goes backwards.
Right on cue.
And guess who? It's Gibson again in the backfield. Takes them back to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, that was kind of a straight run right up the middle, and Bradley Gibson from his middle linebacker position kind of shot through there like a rocket, and made the hit in the backfield for about a yard loss.
3rd and 3, 6:40 to play in the third. From the 45. Handoff to the big man. He's close to the first down marker. I think he's going to be a yard short. He gave it to Braden Swallow, the senior running back, 6 foot, also listed as a linebacker, 6 foot, 190. He's a yard short, 4th down, Cougars. And they'll keep the offense out there as they trail by 20. 6 minutes to play in the third. Xander is on the far side of the field. Arroyo handoff. Here comes the blitz, and it's picked up and taken backwards is Arroyo. It's a turnover on downs, and the Brickies take over at their own 45.
Yeah, the Brickies they're just pinning their ears back, and they were going to meet him at the line of scrimmage or in the backfield, and they met him in the backfield for about a 3-yard loss. They shot that inside gap, that A gap, and made a big play in the backfield to turn the ball over.
So how do you like that call going to the short side of the field? That far side, wide open.
Yeah, I think in a situation like that, sometimes getting a hard count, the defense is kind of aggressive in that situation, but you needed about half a yard there. So really you had, the playbook was at your disposal. You could have pretty much ran any play there. It was going to take an excellent play on defense, and that's what they got there.
1st and 10 for the Brickies. Sorensen with 2 wide to the right side from their own 45. Back to pass. Being chased, rolling right. Looking downfield. Now he tucks it and run. Crosses midfield out at the 45. It looks like it'll be right at that first down marker. The Cougar fans wanted a holding call. Nothing was called. And it's a first down for the Brickies.
Yeah, it looked like as he was escaping the pocket, he had a little bit of room to run over there, and that's kind of that. Looked like he might have gone out of bounds, but he kind of stepped, planted, and turned it back upfield for a couple more yards and got the first down.
First down, there's a handoff. Max Pickett, and Pickett picks up 14 on the carry. Moves the chains again for the Brickies, and if they score, they can really break this thing wide open.
Yeah, we kind of got ourselves a little track meet here. A lot of big plays, a lot of big gains.
First and 10, ball's at the 31, 5.5 to play in the third. 2 wide to the left for Sorensen, 1 to the right. Pickett right behind him. He gives it to Pickett, and Pickett's picked up in the backfield. He's going to lose a yard.
Yeah, that was KV with the A-gap blitz there, just shot the gap and pretty much hit Pickett before he could even get started.
Gabe Kistler got in the backfield to take him down. 2nd and 11 from the 32. 2 wide to the left for Sorensen. Back to pass. Here comes the blitz. Hit as he throws. Looking for Caldwell. Almost intercepted. And could not bring it in was Adrian Uckman. Caldwell, I think he just, I don't know if he lost it in the lights, but didn't even try to attempt to go for it, but I know his momentum was bringing him backwards.
Yeah, I think the pressure was kudos to KV bringing the heat. They were able to get there, which forced it kind of an underthrown ball, and the Brickies are lucky to have had the ball fall harmlessly to the turf, if you will.
3rd and 11 from the 32. Sorensen rolling to his left. Here comes the pressure. He gets away, throws downfield, incomplete. He was looking for Pickett. It was just high, and that'll bring up 4th down for the Brickies. Now, Pickett got his hands on it, just couldn't haul it in. 4th down. Let's see if Coach Osico wants to do. Assume they're out of Langford's distance at the 31. Offense stays out on 4th and 11. Sorensen back to pass, looking left, got a man. It's Caldwell, makes a move at the 25. Down the sideline, cuts back in. His man falls down, and he is in for another touchdown for the Brickies. What a catch and run from Caldwell. Loses one man. Spin move around the 10. It was Xander falling down. And another touchdown for Caldwell.
Yeah, man, he caught that. He ran like a square in at the 10-yard mark at the first down. Caught it, spun out, showcased his athleticism with a spin and then a stutter step and then some speed. We got to see it all there. We got to see his route running, his hands, his athleticism, his speed.
It's Caldwell, his 4th touchdown of the season. Out for the extra point. Kick is up, and no call yet. No good. Wide left, they say. So the score remains 46-20. The Brickies all over the Cougars here with 4:31 to play in the third. You're watching Game Night presented by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
Develop skills that will last for a lifetime with an apprenticeship with the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers Local 4, Indiana, Kentucky. The apprenticeship and training program is committed to developing highly skilled bricklayers, terrazzo workers, and ceramic tile setters to provide the construction industry with the best hands in the business. If you are currently working non-union and want better pay with benefits, or if you think learning a new skill with a paid apprenticeship while you earn your associate's degree is the right path for you, visit baclocal4.org/training to learn more about the apprenticeship program. Are you built to succeed?
You're watching RSN Game Night presented by Von Tobel, your local building material supplier and design center, building better together. You can visit vontobel.com and find out more. Caldwell with the reception of 31 yards, I believe it was. 46-20 is the score. Pooch kick out to the 25 once again. And getting away from one defender, but not any more than that, is Weaver. And the Cougars take over at the 25. So if the Cougars really want to stay into this one, they need a score and they need one fast as they trail by 26 midway through the third.
Yeah, you got to find Zane Lander, give him the rock and see what Lane Zander, see what he can do. He's their explosive player. He's their guy that can take it the distance at any time.
Ball's actually at the 30, excuse me. Shotgun from Arroyo. Arroyo rolling right. Gets some blocks, throws. Deerdorf's got the catch right at the 37-yard line. It's a nice play. It's a pickup of 7.
If my memory serves me right, the latter part of last year's game, it was we saw a lot of Deerdorf at the end of the game. That connection, he's a big body target.
Yeah. Getting him involved now more. My memory isn't that good, so can attest to that. 2nd and 3. Arroyo with pressure, and catch is made. Kistler has the first down across the 40 to the 43.
First down.
2 plays and a first down for the Cougars.
That was a great play design by KV. They ran a clear out, and then they stuck Kistler right in there and just turned around, and quarterback was able to patter, and just make a nice throw over the middle.
First and 10 from their own 43. 2 wide to the right. Arroyo with pressure. Got to run out of there. Breaks away from a couple defenders, but not any more than that. It's Gibson running him down. But Arroyo does pick up about a yard. Brings up 2nd down and 9. 3 minutes to play in the third. And Josh, we haven't mentioned, there's been a nice crowd here tonight for both sides. Some of the Cougar fans have headed home. Temperature's still about 63 degrees. Nice night for football. The Brickies, as usual, they travel well.
And Hobart, they love their Brickies. They love their football.
2nd and 9. Arroyo rolling left. Throw in, man deep, and a catch is made. It's Kistler again on the reception. Across the 40 to the 37-yard line. First down, Cougars. And now Arroyo slow to get up, but there is a flag back near where he threw the ball. And Arroyo looks like in some pain there. Might be roughing the passer. It is on the Brickies. So that'll add more yards to the play.
You know, those are always those show your gamemanship right there as a quarterback when you're able to stand in the pocket, knowing the hit's coming, and deliver a beautiful throw. That shows a lot of heart from the quarterback there. Diego.
So the ball now spotted at the 22-yard line of the Brickies. See if the Cougars can punch one in. Arroyo rolling right, being chased, gets away from one, tucks it, and taken backwards. Flags all over the field on the far side. He's knocked down around the 25-yard line. Let's see where the flags are going to be on here.
Maybe a block in the back.
I believe it's on the Cougars, it looks like. It's a hold on KV, so that'll back them up 10 yards.
It was a hold penalty against the Cougars.
They didn't need that. They were moving the ball well. And penalties kill you. At any level of football, penalties are critical. You know, you don't have plays in your playbook. You typically don't practice first and 20 plays. And chunk plays. It's hard enough to get a first down on 4 downs when it's for first and 10, let alone first and 20.
Backs the ball up to the 33-yard line. Arroyo rolling right. Got good blocks in front. Tosses it deep and incomplete. He was looking for Uckman. Good defense there from Stafford. And Arroyo on the pass, really almost a jump pass it looked like.
Yeah, it's hard to roll out and throw the ball 40 yards. That's it's a challenge.
Arroyo a little bit shorter than his opponent at 5'10". Not the strongest arm. 2nd and 20. Deerdorf to the right side of Arroyo. Gets the pressure on the screen. Kistler gets a block around the 20. Actually can't get by his defender. He wanted the block from Castro, but couldn't get it. It might have gotten a first down, if not close to it, but that brings up 3rd and more manageable at the 18-yard line.
There was the opportunity for a hat on a hat there. They had a great play call. They had a great opportunity there to have a big play. Kudos to the Hobart defender for knifing through the block and making a tackle, saving a touchdown, really.
Yeah. 3rd and 6. Clock running at 1:15 left in the 3rd. Arroyo looking, throwing, end zone, touchdown! Caught by Alexander. Couldn't see the number there. 3rd touchdown of the game. First receiving touchdown. So the Cougars needed to score, and they got it with 1:05 to play here in the 3rd.
I think we talked to the keys to the game were get him the ball.
Yeah. There's only one time on that drive, but it was for the right play at the right time for the Cougar touchdown. Snap down, kick up, extra point is good. 46-27, Cougars hanging tough, 1:05 to play in the 3rd. You're watching Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the NECA contractors and electrical workers of Local 531.
For over 100 years, Burns Funeral Home and Crematory has been assisting families in their time of need. Serving Northwest Indiana, the staff at Burns Funeral Home will help guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony. From a simple to elaborate, to traditional or unique, the caring family at Burns Funeral Home will tailor a ceremony to fit your needs. And for your other loved ones, Burns Funeral now has a pet cemetery and crematory. Visit burnsfuneral.com or give them a call at 219-942-1117.
Welcome back to Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, building better together. The Kougars taking it in for a touchdown from Arroyo to Xander. And 46-27 the score, 1:05 to play in the third. And now the Kougars need to stop, get the ball back. But the way the Bricky offense has been going today, it will be tough for the Kougars to do that.
You know, this has been a crazy game. You never know, right?
Yeah, we've seen a lot of things we haven't seen, especially in that first 5 minutes. There's a short kick, went over Gibson's head, and a Bricky falls on it right at the 32. And it looks like Zach Bloom falling on it for the Brickies. That's where the Brickies will start on offense.
If you're Hobart, you want to slow the game down a little bit, turn around, hand it off to Pickett, and kind of chew up some clock, take your time, be in no hurry, and shorten the game.
Yeah, still no Willie Shear. I assume he'd be done for the night. You're going with the sophomore the rest of the way. Too wide to the right side. Pickett on the carry. Pickett lowering his head to the 39-yard line. Picks up 7. Good pickup there on first down. And looking ahead for Hobart, if Shear cannot go anymore, travel to Andrean next week, Lowell, and then you head to Hanover Central. And I think that's a game you might want Willie Shear in, as Kistler trips up Sorensen in the backfield, as makes it 3rd and 11.
Yeah, Hobart's had no success with that zone read quarterback keep. KV's defense has been very, very well, played very well against that. They have a great sideline-to-sideline speed, which strings that play out, and they're able to tackle him for a big loss there.
Hobart might let the clock run out here in the third quarter. They will. 46-27, the Brickies on top of KV. You're watching Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Welcome to Public Bar and Rec, located in downtown Crown Point, a place for good games, good drinks, and good food. So come in and make it public. Try to survive zombie dodgeball, score a hole-in-one playing golf, or choose from over 13 multi-sport simulator games while fueling your competition with a variety of appetizers, entrees, and beverages. We have games for all ages with our family-friendly hours till 9 p.m. Reserve your simulator at publicbarandrec.com and let the fun begin.
For over 50 years, family-owned Bud Insurance Agency in Hobart has been providing insurance services and protection to Northwest Indiana. With protection provided by Auto Owners Insurance, Dave, Bob, and Mike can custom fit a policy to meet a person's needs. The friendly and knowledgeable staff at Bud Insurance treats each client with personal attention, making your visit a pleasant one. Stop by 615 West 3rd Street in Hobart or give them a call at 942-1028. And you can always visit them on the web at budinsagency.com.
You're watching RSN Game Night presented by Von Tobel, building better together. Big third down here for the Brickies. Over the middle, almost intercepted. He was looking for Stafford, and it was Weaver to break it up. Brings up fourth down, and they'll punt it away. A big stop, 3 and out for this Cougar defense.
Yeah, they got this never quit attitude down here in KV, and they're battling. They're playing hard still. It's the fourth quarter, and they're still playing hard.
Stops the clock at 11:56 here in the fourth. Langford's punt is a good one to the 34-yard line. Xander gets tripped up there by Bloom, going nowhere. And luckily Bloom got to him, because Xander, with that speed, who knows what would have happened on that play.
Yeah, if he was able to turn the corner, there was nobody over there.
Don't forget, at the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Proud Union home play of the game, presented by IKORCC, the Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio Regional Council of Carpenters. 1st and 10 from the 34 for the Cougar offense. Arroyo hands it off. Castro to the left side. Nice pickup of 6 on the play out to the 40-yard line.
You can't completely lose your identity, but you got to kind of turn it up a little bit. With the time ticking down, 5 yards at a time is going to be a long comeback. They're going to have to open the playbook just a little bit more.
Now their run is going to keep the clock running too. Castro, big hole. He hits it. He's got the first down and more. Dragging a defender across midfield out to the 36-yard line. A big run there from Castro. Stops the clock momentarily at 11:09.
Yeah, big run. He's bulldozing his way through there. He's taking a Hobart Bricky defender for a ride. And big play. Now they're in plus territory, and they're moving the sticks.
1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. Arroyo hands this one off. Castro left side, trying to get to the corner, cuts back, breaks a block from there as Gibson knocks a defender out. They're going to say he was out at the 22-yard line. That's enough for another Cougar first down.
Another big play. Castro's coming to life here these last 3 runs. Bulldozing his way, bringing defenders, carrying defenders, breaking tackles.
Stay with Region Sports after the game, as we'll send it back to the Centier Bank studio. RSN will recap all of tonight's action from around the region, all from the Centier Bank studio. 1st and 10 from the 22. 10:47 to play in the fourth. Arroyo, hand off Castro. Castro up the middle, breaks away from one, drags defenders again out to the 12-yard line. And he'll move the chains and stop the clock at 10:41.
Yeah, we're seeing some hands on hips on the Hobart's defense here. As Castro just seems to be gaining momentum and steam as the game keeps progressing. This is a different Castro that we've seen in the first couple quarters. He's bulldozing guys and taking them for a ride.
Different offensive line for the Cougars too, because they're starting to get some blocks in there from the Brickies defense. He's trying to cut to the corner. He cannot. Castro takes it to the right side, just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Zach Bloom in on the tackle. He does lose one out to the 13. 10 minutes to play in the game.
I'll tell you, Zach Bloom's a pretty sure tackler. You know, he had the nice tackle on the punt, a couple kickoffs, and he's a pretty sure tackler.
Second and 11. 10 seconds on the play clock. Arroyo fakes it. Rolling to his left. Steps back. Throws. End zone. Almost intercepted. Looks like he was looking for Kistler. I'm not sure who broke that up. I believe it was Jacob Ramirez, the defensive back. We got a flag in the backfield. The area of roughing the passer or holding. It is roughing the passer. I believe that's the second time the Brickies have done that in the second half here. So that'll move the ball all the way up to the, looks like the 7-yard line. It'll be first and goal from there. 9:37 to play in the game. Cougars trying to punch it in. Down by 19. They need a couple scores and a couple stops. Arroyo with Castro right next to him on the left side. Gives it to Castro. Castro diving forward after breaking a couple tackles down to the 1-yard line. Second and goal from there.
If you're the Hobart coaching staff, you can't be happy with the way that KV's just kind of imposing their will on this drive. Merely just power football coming right at you. And, you know, if you're Hobart, you want to see a team finish a game, and KV's proven that they're able to move the ball here.
Second and goal from the 1. Now we just give it to Castro once again. Bunch formation, 2 tight end set. Castro keeps it. Castro is inside the 1-yard line, it looks like. Not sure who brought him down for.
So once again, the ball carrier just shy of the goal line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and inches for the Cougars.
To Gabriel Mayweathers, defensive tackle for the Brickies. Big stop there for the Brickies. 3rd and goal inside the 1. 8:10 to play. And a flag is thrown. They get delay of game.
False start, I believe.
False start.
Delay of game?
Yep, delay of game on the Cougars. You know, with the clock running, too. It's 40 seconds off the clock. You didn't need right there. Clock's all the way down to 8:01 left in the game.
This is a challenging 3rd and 5. It's obviously far more difficult than 3rd and inches.
Toss one up, one of your big guys on the outside. Arroyo rolling right on the option, tosses it out. Castro's into the end zone for another Cougar touchdown. Great play call there by Coach Kennedy, perfectly executed by Arroyo, Castro and company. And the Cougars add on to their score, 46-33. A little longer than I think they wanted that drive to go.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're Coach Kennedy, you got to be real happy with your team's effort here in the second half. I mean, they're playing tough. I mean, outside of some big plays on Hobart, the pick 6. I mean, they're moving the ball very well.
Extra point is good. 46-34 the score. 7:36 to play in the fourth. You're watching Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Family owned and operated since 1969, Holiday Rent-A-Car offers a wide variety of newer model cars, vans, and SUVs. Free local customer pickup and drop-offs are available. Debit cards are accepted. Restrictions apply. All rental cars are for sale. Financing is available. Located at 3709 West 37th Avenue in Hobart, Holiday Rent-A-Car is open Monday through Saturday, closed on Sundays. Call 219-942-8561 or visit them on the web at holidayrentacar.biz.
You're watching RSN Game Night, presented by Von Tobel. With locations in Valpo, Cherville, and Michigan City. Check out vontobel.com to learn more. 46-34. Hobart leading Kankakee Valley. 7:36 left in the fourth quarter. Cougars need a big stop. They got the 3-and-out on the last Bricky drive. They take it into the end zone with the power running of Castro. They punched it in. It is an onside kick. Doesn't go well. Out to the 45, to the 47-yard line. For the Brickies, picking it up was Jacob Ramirez.
Mike, if you kind of talk through the second half a little bit, KV started with the ball in the opening kickoff. They drove down pretty much at will, doing what they wanted to do. You know, they threw the unfortunate pick six. They get the ball back, and Hobart stops them on a fourth down, and then Hobart was able to connect on a fourth down. Outside of that, KV has outplayed Hobart here in the second half.
Really have, and both sides of the ball too. KV trying to get the ball back here. I think they've been more aggressive on the defensive side of the ball too, more energy, as they show right there. Pickett stopped short of the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten back. That's about it. So second and long.
I mean, this is an absolute – you have to force Hobart to go 3-and-out here.
Yeah, and Hobart's going to take their sweet time. Just over 7 minutes to play. They lead by 12. Give it to Pickett again, and Pickett got away from one, but not another. But he is across midfield out to the 40, looks like the 47.5-yard line.
3rd and 5. If you're Hobart, it probably isn't 4-down territory because you don't want to turn the ball over here. So this is a big 3rd down for them. This is when they like to go maybe do a hitch route to Caldwell here.
3rd and 4. Looking right. Here comes the pressure. Throw in, and the catch is not made. It was short of Caldwell. He had him open, but I think an off-balance throw from Sorensen forces the 3-and-out. Cougars are going to get the ball back. 6:20 to play.
Yeah, it looked like Sorensen, when he took the snap, I think he thought Caldwell was running a short route. Caldwell was running a deep route. And the KV defense holds. Looks like they're going to get the ball back here.
Second straight 3-and-out for the Bricky offense. Ball's at the 47-yard line. Got some Brickies late onto the field. 2 seconds on the play clock. Finally get it off. Almost blocked. Ball goes across the 5 and into the end zone for a touchback. 6:12 to play for the Cougar offense. All right, what are you doing here if you're the Cougars? Continue to run the ball. I think you're going to run out of time if you continue to run with Castro, even though it worked in the last drive, but you wasted about 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah, they're going to have to find those big tight end receivers and see if they can run them on some crossing routes or some posts. But yeah, to your point, yeah, they're gonna run out of time if they just try to do 5 yards at a time here.
From the 20, Arroyo back to pass. Pressure coming, and he scrambles away, gets some block. Scrolling to his right, and he's going to pick up about 8 yards out of bounds near the 30. Arroyo slow to get up on the far side of the field as he was thrown down. And he turned something out of nothing.
What a play. I mean, he was able to scramble all the way over, and I tell you what, they had him in the backfield for what would have been a pretty big loss there, and he was able to turn it around.
Second and 2. Stops the clock right at 6 minutes left in the fourth. 2 wide to the right. Xander is the man in motion. It's pitched to him. He's going to cut back up the middle. Trying to pick up the first down. He's got it and more. Xander going down the sideline, crosses midfield, cuts back up the middle. Xander breaking tackles left and right. Across the 30, 20, inside the 10. Finally taken out at the 6. What a catch and run. It was on the jet sweep. We saw it before. He started going left. He cut back to the right. Takes it across midfield on the far side. Brings it back to the near side of the field. What a run by Xander.
I tell you what, we talked about getting him the ball. I mean, he's an exciting player. That's one of the plays we call a no, go, go. He cut back. You're like, no, and then you go, go, go. What an exciting player. What an exciting athlete. I mean, he is literally laying it all out on the line here tonight.
Referees talking to the coaching staff of Hobart on the far side of the field. Not sure. They probably wanted a hold or something there, but nothing doing. First and goal from the 7 for the Cougars. The handoff. Castro cuts it up in the middle, and he's in to the end zone for another Cougar touchdown. The drive maybe took 1 minute on that big jet sweep pass to Xander, picking up big-time yardage. I think he got it around the 30-yard line or so, 35 of Hobart, or excuse me, of KV to take it down to the 6. It's a pickup of what? Close to 70 yards.
Yeah, I mean, if you were to stat track him, he probably ran 200 yards, sideline to sideline, up and down and around.
Sayers' extra point is good. What a game this has been. The Cougars have cut the lead to 5. 5:36 to play here in the fourth. We'll be back. Don't go away. You're watching Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
I'm Tim O'Brien, former Hobart Brickies and Northwestern Wildcat quarterback. When I was playing, I always wanted to be prepared for the unexpected, planning for what might come next. As a certified financial planner with Edward Jones Investments here in Hobart, I pass on that same philosophy to my clients. Planning for the future is important. The same goes for advertising. I plan ahead and turn to the Region Sports Network because they get the job done for me. And I, therefore, put my trust in them, knowing they are the only game in town. And go Brickies!
Ranged at the Clock Tower is a place to gather in downtown Hobart before or after a Brickies win. Whatever meal you are in the mood for, you can find it at Granger's. Owned by a Brickie family, Granger's also offers an aesthetically pleasing indoor setting, along with an outdoor section overlooking the beautiful Lake George. Check out one of Hobart's highest rated restaurants, located at 437 East 3rd Street in Hobart, and they're open 7 days a week. Visit their Facebook page for daily specials and events. Granger's at the Clock Tower. A good time.
You're watching RSN Game Night, presented by Von Tobel, building better together. 46-41. the Cougars making a comeback late here in the fourth. And the big-time run there from Xander got it down to the 6. The run from Castro adds another touchdown as this kickoff goes out of bounds. The Hobart Brickies will have a good start to this possession, but here in the fourth quarter, it's been all Cougars. Brickies got to get something going on offense.
Yeah, I tell you what, the Hobart's offense has been kind of stagnant in the second half. Luckily, they had that pick 6 as one of their scoring plays. Outside of that, they've only been able to punch it in one time on a short field after their defense got a 4-and-out, if you will. But I'll tell you what, RSN is going to have to charge KV for the consulting fees. We said in our keys to the second half for KV was to get number 10 the ball, and I mean he scored a touchdown, had to set up that long crazy touchdown run, and we got ourselves a ball game.
Cougars got number 6 in the polls. Backs up against the wall. 1st and 10 from the 35 for the Brickies. Can the Cougars get another stop and a 3-and-out? And here's Pickham. Pickett's going to take it down the sideline. Got blocks all the way. Cuts back. Gets away from 2 defenders. Pickett down to the 8-yard line. What a run. Much needed for the Brickies. And Pickett sets up 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, he got close down to that 10-yard line, and he put 2 hands on the ball. He was not going to allow that to pop out. But what a great run! He hit the hole, found his way to the sideline. Great vision on the cutback to set up the Brickies inside the 10-yard line.
57 yards on the run for Pickett. Just what the doctor ordered for the Brickies. Continue to keep that clock running and add on to the score here as they lead by 5 with just over 5 minutes to play. Handoff Pickett up the middle, a lot of blocks. Diving forward in the end zone for a Brickie touchdown. Max Pickett in for the score. It's his 4th rushing touchdown of the game. Puts the Brickies up 52-41. What an offensive explosion we've seen here tonight. Josh is keeping all the scores, and we've run out of room on the first page here.
It's unfortunate. That's been an exciting game, and I'll tell you what, kudos to Max Pickett for answering the call tonight, right? I mean, he got the nod to start his first varsity start on defense, and I don't think he realized at the start of that game that he'd also be the featured back on offense, and he's really come to life before our eyes tonight here on the Region Sports Network. And what a surreal moment for his dad, who was coached by Kennedy. We mentioned that earlier in the broadcast. And it's kind of got to be sometimes life comes full circle for you.
Extra point makes it 53-41. We'll keep it right here with 5 minutes to play. But what a second half we've seen. What a game overall. We talked about it at the last break. Weren't expecting this one. Cougars not even in the bubble of the top 10, not even in the bubble of the top 15 that we looked at. Brickies at number 6. They played tough against Maryville. Got the win against Chesterton in week 1. The Cougars have done just everything. They've given the Brickies everything they can handle here. And Cougars only down 12. I mean, they got it to, 5 or 6 early there. And it's been a heck of a game.
Yeah, and almost Hobart scored too quick there, right? So if you're Kankakee, you're looking at the score saying, okay, yeah, we gave up a touchdown, but we kind of control our own destiny right now because we have the ball. If we can get a quick score here with there's still 5 minutes to go. If we can get a quick score here, we now have the ability to try to get a stop again or an onside kick. So I think maybe Hobart, you never want to say you scored too fast, but sometimes that is the reality. Kind of like when the Bills scored too fast against KC in the playoff game, and they gave them just a little too much time on the clock.
Stay with Region Sports after the game, and we'll send it back to the Centier Bank studio. RSN will recap all of tonight's action from around the region, all from the Centier Bank studio. And we know we'll be talking about this one tonight.
It's a wild game down here in KV.
And a lot of scoring, a lot of talk about, especially first 5 minutes of the game. It was already like 14-14. He had the two kickoff returns, Xander. And this one's picked up around the 8-yard line, trying to cut the corner. Crosses the 20, 25, 30. Out across the 35-yard line is where the Cougars offense will take over. 4:54 to play. They're down 2 scores now. And Brickies need a stop. I think if they get a stop, kind of closes it out if the Cougars don't score here. But the Cougars, they need to score quickly.
Yeah, I want to see 2 more scores. I want the combined total points to be over 100.
Yeah.
I think Vegas had the over and under about 60, so
surpassed that.
We surpassed that. Almost in the first half.
Yeah. Deerdorf to the far side, and taking the ball is Castro on the direct snap. He falls down and only picks up maybe a yard. And now they got to get moving.
Yeah, they got to get moving. The huddle up. When you're a running team, it's you're not built to you're not built for this. And the huddle up, the long plays being ran in, those got to be they got to be a lot quicker out of the huddle.
Surprising to me, Lane Xander is on the sideline. He's been the explosive one. Here's Castro on the direct snap again. Crosses the 40 to the 42. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's 4-down territory the rest of the way, but point well taken. Here comes Lane Xander as we speak. He's kind of that spark plug that maybe he was still getting a breather from his 70-yard run.
Maybe we see another jet sweep like we saw earlier, going the opposite side. 3rd and 5. And right tackle moved on KV. Number 70, Gavin Renfro, will back it up to the original line of scrimmage, making it 3rd and 10.
I do not see KV's quarterback, Diego Arroyo. I don't see him out there. I wonder if this is...
You're right. I do not. It's Castro taking the snaps.
I don't even see him on the sidelines. I'm trying to locate him.
It's Castro taking it. And Castro crossing the 40, back to the 42 where he originally was. Diego Arroyo, I saw he got a little bit injured on about 2 possessions ago. But yeah, I don't see him on the sideline. Maybe right there next to between 12 and 71 right there getting looked at. Might be him. I'm not sure. His pads are off past the numbers.
Big play, 4th and 5.
4th and 5. Castro's going to keep it, trying to get the corner. He does get the first down. Crossing midfield out to the 46. Stops the clock at 2:38.
They got to get moving.
Yeah. With Arroyo out, maybe they don't have anybody else to pass the ball. And that is Arroyo. I can see down on the sideline. So he must be injured. He's walking okay, but
he doesn't have a helmet, so sometimes that's the trainers will take the helmet away from you.
Yeah, he's taking a few hits tonight.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of players are banged up. This has been a hard-hitting slugfest down here in KV.
They've got another quarterback, Lucas Parker, is just a freshman, listed on the roster as this one's taken up the middle. Number 38, I believe, is Kustra. The running back keeps the clock running. It's 2nd and 1 at 2 minutes to play. Castro keeps this one. Castro crosses the 35. He's got the first down.
Well, if they're able to they got a minute 51. If they're able to punch one in, an onside kick and a Hail Mary, there's a lot of things that could happen there, can transpire.
So you got Jason Parker listed as a quarterback. He's a junior, not out there. And Lucas Parker listed as a freshman quarterback, also not out there. So maybe the confidence level with them and Coach Kennedy not there. Unfortunately, they've got to just keep running the ball because they don't have anybody else to pass the ball with a minute and 30 to play.
Well, I think a lot of high school kids can throw football, so maybe they're going to get close enough where they kind of bait him to sleep, and then he's able to just throw one up there. I mean, Tim Tebow made it to the NFL, and he can't throw. So
Castro actually hands this one off, picking up a few yards. There is Custro. Well, down to 104 and a timeout taken by the Cougars. Interesting end to this one. Cougars offense was rolling. Castro running the ball. Arroyo in the backfield with them. Unfortunately, Arroyo out with an injury. We don't know what it is, but his helmet is off. The Cougars down by 12 with a minute to play, unable to pass the ball at this point.
Yeah, it's just kind of a series of unfortunate events because, by and large, I mean, they've outplayed Hobart in the second half. They came and they've been able to move the ball. They're banged up. Their players have absolutely given everything they've got and more out there on the field tonight.
Cougars coming out of the timeout. Looking ahead for Hobart. Take out Andrean on the road next week on the 22nd. They'll go back home to face the Lowell Red Devils, and then the 29th they travel down to Hanover Central. 3rd and 5 from the 29 for the Cougars. Back to pass is Deerdorf. End zone. Xander's got a touchdown. You said it, Josh. Anybody can pass here in high school football.
Hey, guess who, though?
Eli Deerdorf.
Lane Xander.
Xander got away from his defender, and Deerdorf lobbed it up to him for a Cougar touchdown. 58 seconds to play. Now it's a little bit interesting, if it wasn't already, because you got probably an onside kick coming up.
I think we have to have an onside kick.
Sayers out for the extra point.
What a beautiful throw, though.
It was.
I mean, right on the money, like they draw it up in the backyard when you're a kid and just boop.
Snap down, kick up, and it is good for the extra point. 53-48. You talk about Deerdorf. You said anybody can throw the ball. Maybe they were just waiting for them to get a little bit closer, so maybe that's his distance, like 35 yards or whatever it was.
I mean, I don't know, but he kind of looks like a quarterback. He's got some big size. He stood tall and delivered an absolute perfect post route to the one and only Lane Xander, who, if I was building a team, that kid would be he'd be a high draft pick for me. I mean, that kid is just came out to play tonight, and what an athlete.
Does it on the defensive side of the ball as well as a defensive end, tight end, wide receiver. He lines up, and now he's throwing touchdown passes from 35 yards away.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the onside kick's one of the most exciting plays in football, so we'll see what we got going on here.
Let's see. I don't know. Do you throw Xander out there for the extra point? I don't know what more he can do for you on an onside kick.
Can he kick?
Can he kick?
I mean, if he kicks it, he might be able to go get it himself. I mean,
he's got a running start.
Yeah.
You make it that 10 yards, and it's possible. He's not out there.
That's unfortunate.
And let's See how they line this one up. Brickies coming out. Looks like they're getting everybody bunched around the 50-yard line. Just Gibson, I believe that is, or Pickett, excuse me, is the only one back. Sayers.
I'm no mathematician, but we had broke 100 total points.
Yes. Was that 101? 48-53. This comes the onside kick, and way too far. And taken down around the 29-yard line. The Cougars only with 2 timeouts. Not really an onside kick that we thought we'd see.
I think they tried to get it between the return man and the up men to kind of try to get it in that no man's land where nobody knows. I've seen it happen where nobody goes and gets it because I think the other person's going to get it, and I've seen them recover it. But I think they have 2 timeouts left.
2 timeouts and 55 seconds.
They got a chance to potentially get the ball back.
See, that's almost the time where I would put Deerdorf out there, blow by everybody, just knock him to the ground, and have Xander right behind him and go straight to the ball.
I would have had
possible.
I would have had Xander just squib it and go get it.
Maybe a missed opportunity there from KV, but the Brickies in victory formation, not going to try anything fancy. Sorensen under center, takes the knee. And we are waiting. Are we taking a timeout or no?
I don't think so.
Kennedy right by the referee over there. He's been in this situation before. He's a veteran. He knows what he's doing. Surprise, no timeout?
I mean, do you use it first and then or last? I mean, regardless, you only get 2, so you use it second and third down.
Yeah.
And let them punt it on 4th.
Well, this gets the clock down to, it'll be 5 or 6 seconds. 10 seconds now. Play clock 3 to 7 seconds. 6, 5, 4. That will do it. No timeout call from Coach Kennedy and KV. They let it run out, and the Brickies come out victorious. 53-48 in an offensive showdown that we saw here down at Kankakee Valley. Josh and I will wrap this thing up in a little bit of a post-game we'll have. You're watching Game Night, built by Von Tobel on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Centrally located in downtown Indianapolis, the Hampton Inn is just steps away from Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Situated at 105 South Meridian Street, shopping, restaurants, entertainment, and many Indianapolis attractions are in near proximity. Hampton Inn has much to offer, including a hot breakfast, high-speed internet access in every room, as well as a gym fitness center. For reservations, the number is 317-261-1200. The website is hamptonin3.hilton.com. Hampton Inn, Indianapolis, downtown.
Are you a builder, remodeler, or homeowner? If so, you need quality materials at the right price. Whether you're just getting started or a seasoned pro, Von Tobel's friendly and knowledgeable staff can help. And since we're 100% employee-owned, every time you come in, you're dealing with an owner. We have a great selection for kitchen, bath, flooring, decking, and more. Plus, we offer free design consults to help you with your next project. Scan or visit vontobels.com today to book your free consultation. Von Tobel, building better together.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Welcome back as Von Tobel presents Game Night in the Region right here on Region Sports Network. Building better together. Final score from Kankakee Valley. The Brickies hold on to win 53-48 over the Kougars. Along with Josh Huddleston, Mike Zajac from KV. What a showdown this was, Josh.
I'll tell you what, this has been one of those games that sometimes the reality is better than fiction. And I'll tell you what, this has just been was an absolute pleasure to call the game. It was an exciting game, a weird game, an interesting game, an exciting game, a fun game. What a game for pretty much everybody tonight here down here at KV.
Grand total of 101 points tonight scored. We saw pick sixes. We saw kickoff returns, multiple passing touchdown, rushing touchdowns, you name it. We've seen it all pretty much tonight. And what a performance by both of these teams. Hats off to KV. They never quit. And that goes to Coach Kennedy. You were down big, like by 21 points or so. Never gave up. They gave the ball to their big-time players. It was Castro. It was Arroyo. Unfortunately, Arroyo went down. We didn't get to see him in that final drive of theirs. Xander was unbelievable on both sides of the ball, especially on special teams. And then he got it going in the second half on the offensive side of the ball. So hats off to KV in this one. Hobart, I would say, survives a scare as the 6th-ranked team in our poll.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about a game where, it started out like KV came out to play. Hobart kind of took a commanding control of the game, was pretty much on autopilot going into halftime, and then they come out. KV's driving, a pick six for Hobart, a big stop, another touchdown. And, Hobart pretty much thought they put a bow on it and they were going to send it away. And KV came marching right back. And you're absolutely right. If you're the Hobart coaching staff, you can't be happy with the way the second half played out. And you're just happy to have survived the game.
If you're a Bricky fan, are you worried about the Brickies going forward after this performance?
No, obviously this is a learning opportunity for the kids too. These are 16 to 15 to 18-year-old kids who will learn a valuable lesson tonight that the game's not over till it's over, and there's a good quality team across the sidelines from you, and you got to put together 4 quarters if you want to be successful and make long runs into the playoffs.
It's time to name the Crowell Company's Lantern Man superhero of the game. The Crowell Company is proud to recognize the superheroes on the football field. Josh?
The Crowell Company Lantern Man insurance superhero of the game is Hobart's sophomore Max Pickett, the running back, was inserted into the game with just kind of morphed into that role as the game was going, and he ended the game with 4 touchdowns, a huge big run down here to kind of seal the victory for the Brickies. So the Crowell Company Lantern Man superhero of the game is Hobart's sophomore running back Max Pickett.
Time to name the blue-collar player of the game, brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374.
The blue-collar player of the game tonight is Lane Xander. I'll tell you what, this kid was fun and exciting to watch all night. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns. He had 2 receiving touchdowns for a total of 4 touchdowns. Every time he touched the ball, it was electric. It was exciting. He set up another score on a 70 or 80-yard run where he cut back across the field 3 or 4 different times. Just absolutely showed a lot of grit tonight, a lot of blue-collar play out of Lane Xander, the senior from KV.
Time to name the Proud Union Home play of the game. It's presented by IKORC, Training, Professionalism, and Partnership for Economic Development.
The play of the game is the 95-yard interception return for a touchdown by Connor Stafford. I'll tell you what, that was a drive where KV was moving the sticks, moving the ball right out of halftime, and they threw a pass, and Connor Stafford saw it the whole way, picked it off, and he was absolutely off to the races. And that pretty much ended up being the difference, that one score.
You know, we've watched a lot of Hobart games together, just dating back to last year. This year, we've done a couple, and it's probably the most exciting one that we've seen. I mean, we've seen blowout losses. We've seen blowout wins for them. This one, hands down, number one. Yeah, I tell you, it was an exciting game. Mike, it's hard to even put into words what kind of transpired here tonight. It's kind of a weird situation, but a fun game to watch. If you're a Hobart fan, it's probably not as exciting, or if you were a KV fan. But the average viewer at home that was watching the game got to enjoy a really good one, and a pretty exciting game. Fun night of high school football. If you're a fan of region football, this game's going to be on Facebook throughout the week, I'm sure, for a while now. And if you didn't have a chance to watch the whole game, go back and watch it, because it was a wild start. It was a wild finish. And the Brickies come out victorious 53-48. Our executive producer is Chris Ramirez. Operations manager is Rich Castillo. Coordinating producer Claude Martinez. Sports director Jack Thiel. Our producer on site, Ben Tomera. Bob Guerrero is the cameraman upstairs. Special thanks to the coaches, Hobart's Craig Osika, KV's Kirk Kennedy, the athletic directors, Mike Black of Hobart, KV's John Gray. Of course, we want to thank all you viewers on youtube.com/regionsports, facebook.com/regionsports, regionsports.com, IHSAATV.com as well. Once again, 53-48 in a wild game here down in KV. The Brickies are victorious. For Josh Huddleston, Mike Zajac saying so long. You've been watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, built by Von Tobel, the only game in town.